Good morning, everybody. It's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk from the left side of the Atlantic. Also, crappy t-shirts. I keep meaning to order our tank tops. Yeah, man. So we can, so we can spice up the stream. You know what I mean? Got to spice. I think I will. I will have to go. Oh, no sound. No, no pilgrim sound. Oh, for crying out loud. No, no. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go with headphone. All right, now give us a test.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me, Banzai?
He should be up now, guys. Can you hear him?
I'll do that. All right, I'll do that shill again then. Here I am on the correct side of the Atlantic with my Royal Blend and Guido's fine porcelain value for money mug. Buy one today. And what about the t-shirts?
Well, they heard me. They know. They know. I'm gonna go design some. I'm gonna go design some muscle tees.
Okay, you'll have to send me one then. Not that I've got any muscles to put in it, but yeah.
Heisenberg says, "Oh no, it worked."
Oh look, yeah, sorry. Yeah, exactly, Banzai. He's had a week off, see? His ill goes to pot when he has a week off.
So, once again, good old computers, man. For whatever reason, all of my audio stuff reset. Just completely out of the blue. Whether it's a Windows, it was probably a Windows update, I'd imagine, because there was a big Windows update, and I bet it disconnected all the audio from everything. So I've been slowly rebuilding it. Yep, Windows update. Yep, I bet it was, because there was a big Windows update that I've been putting off. Pain in the butt, man. Anyway.
It is a pain in the butt, absolutely, because it knocked my camera audio off, which is why I've got the boom down.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. Appreciate
Morning.
you guys. We were talking before. I just realized I didn't even stream at all last week. The last time I streamed was last Coffee Talk. So I got two coming up this week, though. Plan on Monday and Friday. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to do my charity stream on Monday. I think I'm actually at work. I work later in the afternoon that day. Or I have a meeting or something. Maybe the meeting will be over. But anyway, definitely in the morning. Probably 9 or 10 Central, something like that. We'll get started, go for 3 hours. And then Friday's my day off, so I plan on doing that as well. T22 video, man. I got my first T22 video coming out this week. That'll be awesome.
Nice. Nice.
I'm having fun with that one, but I'll just leave it at that. Kunze Panzer review is out. The K91 review will come out next week. And I'm also still expecting to do a rack and stack of those 5 reward tanks for Battle Pass, and expect that next week. So I'll try to kick that out as soon as possible if you're starting to think about purchasing one of those. We'll talk about what Pilgrim did in a little bit.
Okay.
100 Battle Challenge is ongoing. I don't really have any big updates there. I've been concentrating on Tier 6's Pilgrim for Battle Pass.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you don't have to do
that. I'm happy to run with you if you want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Because the 100 points to get the 15 extra is the best bang for your buck. And I have a bunch of 6s that I need to get to 100 battles anyway, so that's kind of perfect. Tier 6 is covered in M44s.
It is, isn't it? Oh, it is a nightmare.
You cannot do. You just cannot do anything in that game without getting bombed by FV304s, but mostly M44s.
Yeah, such
Sparky,
a nightmare.
Thanks,
Sparky,
man.
hey.
20 months. Here's to you, my friend. There's nothing in there, just coffee. Covered in M44s.
I know.
It's so annoying.
It is so, yeah. It's just...
Yeah, Kermit. They are fun, but it's just no fun with M44s. I'm building a collage of that. I want to get another Miserable Monday out. I haven't done that for several weeks now.
Well, I'll be two with you for about half an hour. You'll have plenty of material.
Miserable Pilgrim.
Yeah, Miserable Pilgrim Day.
Oh, man. It's just going to be One day I'm just going to do a series of me getting destroyed by TDs, and it's going to be like a 10-minute long video. Skaboom, skaboom, skaboom.
Yeah. The thing is with an M44 at tier, it is that one-shot artillery piece, isn't it? It's like the old days when
Yeah.
all artillery pieces could one-shot you. It's just horrible. And you can't get away from the bloody things either, can you? You know, they're everywhere.
I think I said TDs, but I meant arty. But yeah, absolutely. And the ones I've got now, I've got things where I'm moving, things where I'm behind rocks, where I'm on back slopes, just getting absolutely annihilated. And these things hit me for 500 because they pin my deck. I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding? Every time I make an aggressive move, I'm getting bombarded by. And there's always three.
Yeah,
of
they're
the,
just waiting for you.
There's always three of the a-holes.
It's an M44 conspiracy. They've all got together and they've gone, see that guy Guido?
Yeah.
See him in game, just focus on him. Just
Yeah.
forget everybody else.
Yeah, I'm totally being focused.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every time sees the greatness of me, they just focus.
If it was you and Skill on the same team, they would ignore Skill and just go for you.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they'd recognize me before Skill. That's probably happening.
Absolutely.
It's just that if you do anything where you are seen,
Yeah,
right? Any kind of, if you try to actually play at the tank game and
Yeah.
not hump a rock or hide in a bush, they're gonna bomb you. It's insane.
yeah.
It's
it is, isn't it?
insane.
That one spot will come up on the map and it'll be you. You know when it goes, and the artillery all they go, focus. There it is. There's the first one. Let's do him.
Yeah. It's a complete conspiracy against me.
It is.
David, thank
I
you
think
so
it is.
much for the sub. 2 months straight. Awesome. Thank you.
Nice.
That
nice.
really helps out.
Yeah.
Planning on
Kermit,
building
that's right, yeah.
planning on building a new computer, but we were just talking about this earlier as well, and I've been looking at the graphics cards. And anybody got any ideas how you get a hold of a graphics card? What do I have to put a superhero suit in and break into a vault somewhere?
Is it that difficult? Is it
Oh
really
my
that
God,
difficult?
everything's out of.
Nvidia's or
It's all out of stock. And I got super jealous because I was watching Dez stream, and he just built his new rig, and oh my God, I don't know how much money he spent on that bad boy, but it is awesome. He's got the 3090. Got to mine the crypto, yeah. He's got a 3090. He's got 64 gig of memory, an i10. I think the entire Interstate i10 is his, the size of his bandwidth.
Absolutely.
It's awesome, man.
Then you've got to say that his infrastructure outside his house is probably not matching his equipment, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's probably
David
just scraping through on fiber.
David just finished stage 1. Nicely
Oh,
done.
nice.
So he's got his 6.
Excellent.
Is it 6? Yeah, 6 coins.
6 coins the first stage, yeah. I'll go back and
I
look.
bet he probably means chapter, Kermit, but good question. Yep, there you go. I know it's hard to keep track of those, isn't it, guys? Stage, chapter, season. Coin, token,
Yeah.
pass points. Good Lord. We'll get into that a little while later because I did not realize this, but ranked is still has a foot in last year.
Yes.
So there are some different things still in ranked that are not combined in Battle Pass. So there's a little bit of silliness going on there. If you've been doing Battle Pass, you probably realize this because you're serious about getting to the tanks. And I had also forgotten until I looked at it this morning that there are tanks that are Battle Pass only. Sorry. Well, actually, that's
ranked.
true.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ranked
yeah.
and Battle Pass. So there's different tanks out there. It's not a theory of the universe yet.
Not yet. Not
And
yet.
and there's keys still floating around.
Yes. He's just stolen Wayne's thunder. Wayne will come in later on and say something about keys, and it'll be too late because GLH just got there first.
Pluto. Will they take my secondborn? I like my firstborn a little slightly better.
You can't have favourites. You can't do that.
Why not?
Publicly. I mean, I have my favourite, but yeah, you can't, can you?
Yeah, the first is the FC in the house, favorite child.
Exactly.
Camp the Newegg websites.
Okay.
Look. Well, I don't want any 3070s. 3070 might work. I was. Here's the one I'm thinking about, guys, because it's more in the ballpark of my price range, and I think it's going to be plenty. The RTX 3080 is what I'm looking at, and it's been $700-800.
Yeah, and it's still viable. I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably future-proof for a few more years as well. Because if you get the top range, the top one. I mean, there's some out there for $2,000. Yes, okay, that's the top one, but it's non-proven. And if you need to future-proof for 18 months, 2 years, why spend that? Because you're going to have to redo that again in
Well,
2, 3 years
the
time.
3090, from everything I've read, is absolutely amazing.
Right.
And that's the $2,000 range one, which I would love to do, but that's slightly out of the price range at the
Sure.
moment. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning to everybody.
Morning, Wayne.
Artillery Bugs is in the house. Cliffy, Wayne, Stickler, GLH, David, Kermit. Make Pluto great again. Didn't we make Pluto great again? I thought it was a planet again. Am I wrong?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure
But
Pluto's.
yeah, I'm not sure if it's still. I don't know. Is it a planet? I don't know. It
Yeah,
should be.
it got reinstated, right? Sparky49, thank you so much. 11 months, fantastic.
Wow.
Stickler says no.
We got
No, I thought
English
I thought it
badger.
came back. I thought the eggheads all got together and said, "All right," and Pluto is a planet again. I don't know. All right.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm a bit disappointed by that. I like Pluto,
Yeah.
not the cartoon version either.
All right. Is either, and these are YouTube names, and I failed you guys a little bit on my YouTube GI Joe thing. I forgot to tell you to put your in-game name. I also forgot to say, hey, make sure you have the tank. I didn't realize when I was making my genius idea to give away a couple GI Joe things that it's not a tank, it's a style, so you kind of have to have the tank.
That is such a rubbish prize, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
But hey,
I never,
it's fine.
I never said I was a smart man.
No, but that's
No.
okay. You just roll with the
roll with it.
life's a box of chocolates, don't you? Really?
I'm pretty tough though. You know, I go by the idea that if you're going to be stupid, you got to be tough.
Yeah, if your first name was called Sue, you would be well tough, wouldn't you?
How do you do? My name is Sue. That is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Awesome.
That is
I
one of
love
the
it.
greatest songs, man.
Indeed, it is.
All right, so B Ryan, I have chosen for the TS5. If you are here, B Ryan, send me a whisper with your in-game name. And Chris Burns for the Cobra. One of you guys, I think, gave me your name. So, but in any event, if either one of you two are in here, send me a whisper with your in-game name just to make sure. I will do that. We'll do that PSA a couple more times. Talked about next stream. I haven't really done any EU stuff. That's going to be on the back burner, I think, while we do some of this Battle Pass, because as you can see, I am up to only rank 9, so I've got some work to do on Battle Pass. And then, so last thing for the update on channel, guys, check this out. This is the Skoda T45. This is the Tier 7 Czech Heavy, the first one in the game. Right here, I've only got 3 battles. There will be a review out on it. You get this through Ranked by unlocking the ability to buy it. So we'll get to all that when we get to the rank, but you can unlock the ability to buy 2 tanks, and then you can win a 3rd tank in Ranked. This thing is 12,000 bonds, Pilgrim.
I know. I had a quick look this morning, and it was it's north of 12,000. It's 12,500 or something like that.
12,500.
Yeah.
12,500 bonds.
And I was like, good grief. I mean, it was 15,000 for the M60, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and this is a Tier 7.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You're like, really? What's it like then? Oh, is it? Is it that word? Is it that word? The M word?
What's the M word?
Mediocre.
Yes. I was like, I just called it average. Yes, it is mediocre, which to
Right.
a considerable number of people is going to mean bad. But it is a very painfully average heavy tank. And when I say that, I mean because there's nothing it does that's cool or good. You know what I'm saying? You can have a balanced
Okay,
tank that has a
that's
thing, right? A T29, I don't know if you'd really call it balanced, but its thing is its turret and its depression. You're like, okay, that's cool. The IS is a fairly balanced tank. It has that heavy hitting gun, right?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
what other tanks? Even the Caro, which recently came out, I liked it because it kind of had a lot these little things that made it unique and good. This just exists in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm not very fast. I don't have a whole lot of armor. I have some armor. Uh, I think the thing that really annoys me about it's a fairly fast firing gun, but the alpha is 220. What?
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 Seriously?
At tier 7?
Wow. I mean, you've got to think that's coming up against T29s. It's
Yes.
coming up against,
Yes.
ISs.
So it's an 88 millimeter. You have to assume a copy of the German 88. This is an
Right.
after the war thing. Even
Yeah.
looks like kind of a German 88.
Does it look? It looks a bit German, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And
How about
somehow
big
it's a
mantle?
220 alpha. When you roll 180 and 170 on this thing, you want to cry.
Yeah.
Because I don't. A lot of times when I get a new tank, I just set it up and go. I don't really look at the stats. Just get a
No.
feel for it. And first couple shots were all sub 200. I'm like, what is this thing's alpha? I looked at it and it's 220. I went, well, that explains it.
Is it like an 80-year-old without Viagra? Is this what you're saying?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he
There
was
we go.
something in the day. He's still sort of built.
Yeah.
For an 80-year-old guy, he's still healthy
Yeah.
and
But he doesn't
vibrant.
have the blue pill.
No, he needs blue pill. Yeah, this could use a serious.
Okay.
I even made a pretty good crew out of it. Now, here's the thing, though. It's the first Czech heavy. That makes you feel like, wait a minute. How come we haven't heard about any Czech heavies?
Isn't that strange?
And does that mean they're coming soon?
Because
Although we have had premium tanks for things like that have just sat there for years and nothing came for them
yeah, yeah.
So it
It'd be
isn't.
interesting to see where it comes off. Possibly tier 6, I would assume.
David, it's a reward for ranked, and I'll be honest with you, I don't remember if it's a premium. That's a heck of a question, actually. Let me look at something here real quick. So I think I have some replays still. It's hard to
I
tell.
think Harkonnen will have it.
Well, the question is it a reward or is it a premium? That's
Yeah, yeah, that is the question. Good one.
oh, did I not? Well, I must be some kind of really dumb muppet. I guess I didn't keep the replays. Maybe I didn't. Nothing special enough happened. Super Chaffee. Well, I don't have the plates. Never mind. I just thought I would bring up a plate. I don't know that question. It's a premium or reward, but yes, it's a tank that you get. I wish there was a way to tell. Can you elite heavy tank? It's a
Just have a quick
6,000.
look on.
It's 6,900 gold.
Yeah,
Not that you can get it for that. You have to use bonds at this iteration.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was a way. There was something obvious where it told you it was a reward or a premium. Because the question being, does it make more credits? They all make
Yeah.
more crew experience or experience, I think. The mighty XVM will tell. There you go.
Okay, good.
See, the third party guys figured out. How come wargaming can't? Cliffy,
Because they leave it to the mod makers to deal with it, and then ban the mods.
should we tangentize? Go tangential
You want to?
down the
Slow?
path, down the slippery slope?
Yeah, let's do
How
that.
do you how do you run a company this big, this successful, and not just steal everything the third party guys make and just like, ooh, good idea, boom, done. Like 2 weeks later, it's in your game. They
Yeah.
did it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Don't go. Oh well, we can't do that. That's
No.
we can't put that in our code. You're like, yeah, but that guy just wrote code that
Yeah.
does it.
That guy in his basement, in the back end of the Urals, has just done it. So you, that's paid $200,000 a year to design, why can't you do it?
Send that guy 10 grand.
Yeah,
That's like what? That's 1/8 of a programmer's salary of an $80,000 program.
That's what I spent on the game. It's only Pilgrim's money.
Send them 10 grand and go. Let me have that code.
Yeah. Sign the rights over to me. That'll
What?
be
That's
nice.
1/8 of what you pay a frickin' programmer to sit around, developer, and pay a developer to sit around and not build good stuff like that.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
you got a whole army of guys that cannot build that.
But absolutely awesome, isn't it?
All right, I
Yeah,
know that's not exactly how it works, but you get my drift. Somebody's done the work. That work is probably worth a little bit of
exactly.
money. Pay the guy some money, take the code, put it in your game. It's
Well, actually, Wayne's quite right. They gave his dog tags. So what more do you want?
that's what 80,000 a year gets you. Dog tags.
Dog tags, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm glad I spent
yeah.
my real money on this game. I can tell you.
Never mind the actual customer pain points of how the hell do I know if I have a premium or a
Yeah.
reward tag.
Oh dear.
Why are we still asking that question after 10 years?
I don't
Now,
know.
reward tanks have only been out, what, 4 or 5, I guess. But let's just call it 4 years. Why are we still asking the question? Why are we still loading a third-party piece of software like XVM to find out whether I have a reward or a premium tank?
Oh, there you go. Cliffy's got the answer.
Thank you, Cliffy. There you go. There you go. It's supposed to be a coffee talk about Wargaming's fantastic game, World of Tanks, and has now been rebranded XVM Talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's the mod that we should have incorporated into. Well, no, it's not. But you know.
Now somebody was getting on XVM Crowd Tank. I split. I look at XVM as two different things, even though it's one mod usually, and it's multiple mods within a mod. It's got a lot of capability. All of the creature comfort garage stuff I think is great.
Yeah.
I liked it when I used it. I thought it was great stuff. So many creature comforts, things that make it so much easier to work around the UI, many more options, and they have incorporated some of those along the way. You can see the tank carousel is a good example. Thanks for the follow, Lamb Dog. Lambog, not dog,
Yep.
Lambog. I mean, that's a great example, but it's also a great example of how they kind of screwed up. In XVM, you can get 4 rows.
Right.
Right? You say, I want 1, 2, 3, or 4 rows. And that makes sense to me. 4 is about the most you want to do. It kind of depends on your screen size, but if you have a smaller resolution, smaller screen, you can do 2. You can do 1. You can do 3. You can do 4. When they do it, they're like, oh, you've incorporated the carousel. 1 or 2, that's it. That's all you get.
I know. I mean, I'm starting to get a level of tanks now. I think I'll tell you how many I've got now. Where it's now becoming a pain. I mean, I've got 215 tanks, nowhere near what you've got, but when you start to get over 200 tanks, start to scroll through them to find the one you want. You know, and I know you
Yeah.
can filter it and all the rest of it, but it is such a pain.
But the
If it was a
XVM has
4
even more
carousel-
filters, right? Because over time, players go, here's a pain point, something I want.
Yeah,
And some of them are developers and modders, and they're like, oh, let me write some code to do that.
yeah, yeah.
Why do you not? How do you not just?
A multi-billion-dollar company must be employing the cream of the IT world, surely,
Yeah,
when it comes to game developing. Surely,
Lambog.
you would, wouldn't you?
Lambog, yes, absolutely. The 60 TP is a pretty good heavy tank. The 53, the tier 8's a little bit painful. The 9's pretty good. The 10 is good. I like it. It's kind of a, it's got that 750 alpha. It's sort of a more mobile U100-ish. So XVM lets you filter by non-elite. Why that isn't standard is, yeah. I agree, Cliffy. That's the whole point of this complete tangent right here. All right, let's move on. We've taken our shots at Wargaming.
Can I just throw one very quick tangent in?
Yeah.
I just need to know if there's a guy on chat, because I've just checked the names out, called Oliver who plays DayZ. I need to have a word later, if that's okay, Guido.
Oh yeah, is he here?
If he's here, let yourself be known,
Oh,
please.
okay.
That'd be cool.
Right on.
Anyway, yeah, back to it.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer when you're driving your big heavy getting bombed. Interesting you
See,
say that,
that
cryotank.
well,
Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, Cryotank 10 years is exactly. I mean, we were going to come on to it in subjects as yours, but there's big ham banners out there at the moment. Ban hammers. Ham banners? What's them?
That's. I want a ham banner.
I don't know what a ham banner is. It's something I put up on
Fly
the
your
wall.
flag, ham banner people.
I give up.
We'll get to that actually, because that just happened
Okay, yeah, we'll
over
do
on RU.
that.
Morning, Kedge.
Kedge is in
All
the
right,
house.
missions and specials. Let's get on with the
Yeah.
shilling.
Shall we?
After we beat up wargaming, the next thing we do is we shill for them. That's how we roll around here.
This is how we do it.
Let's see. Okay, Chrome, you want to do that, do you? It's always something. You know what I mean? Always something. All right, there we go. And we are going to go to the store, my friends. The store. Get your G.I. Joe stuff. You only have about 4 days left to do that. So there it is. There's the styles, all that good stuff. We showed that last week. There's a St. Patrick's Day thing with a bunch of paints and whatnot. It's $25. I don't know. The silver and gold is close to $25 value, but reference my opinion on buying silver. Unless you have free gold like me, and you just are being stupid. Centurion Mark 5.1 is out there. Also, get your E25, guys. You know what I mean? Get your get your E25. Get that. I hate those things.
I know. And that's why I play it for 1 hour on a Friday so people can kill me.
Oh man, you can still get it separately too. So what is it? It's $28, $29 just for the E25 right there, and you get the FV 4202. I think in my opinion, the Centurion's better than the FV 4202, but there you have it.
Yeah, I like the Centurion a lot better than that actually.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think the turret is just a little bit more bouncy.
I think it's actually. I'd have to look at it, but I think the FV's got a softer turret, but they can correct me down in the comments.
Yeah.
Over on the gold, some of these smaller kits are out there still. These are pretty decent deals. Like I've talked about before, I just want to play a weekend, check out World of Tanks. It costs you $5. Get some gold, some silver in 3 days. Go for it. That's a good way to do it. This easy going is not a bad deal. It's 2,000 gold and 500,000 silver, but you also get 30 days. The 30 days in the 2,000 is about $20 worth of value, and then you're paying $5 for 500,000. So I don't know. It does give you 30 days. I've seen better 30-day specials than that one, but it is there. There's also, if you've got coupons, you can add those and it'll bring the cost down just a little bit.
Well, I was just going to say, Guido, I've got a 45% discount coupon. If anybody's picked up a 45% discount coupon, it's well worth it. It's almost half price.
45%?
Yeah, 45. I don't even know what I got it for. Let me. It doesn't tell you on the coupon, does it? Oh, sorry, 42%, not 45.
That's a weird percent.
It says this coupon gives a one-time 42% discount on some World of Tanks premium shop packages. The coupon is valid for the 14 days. Blah blah blah. But it doesn't tell you why you got it. I have no idea why I got it. But when I go to items, it includes the gold packages.
Yeah, that's
so that's
crazy.
like half price.
Yeah. Wow.
Not bad at all.
I wish you could find out where you got those. That's another thing that I would have on there.
Yeah.
A little blurb on where you got it. For example, here's a better 30-day deal. You get 30 days and you get the little tier 4 premium T28E with F30. It's only $11, so it's half the price. There's no gold, there's no silver, but it's still 30 days and a tank. And the tank persists. The gold you'll fritter away pretty quickly. And this little tank it's okay. I mean, if you're just starting the game and you want a little tier 3 to make some, or tier 4, sorry, I keep calling it a 3, it's a 4. A little tier 4 to make some silver, not a bad deal.
No, not at all. I mean, it's a viable little tank. It does what it's, it does what it does at tier.
Yeah, Kedge has a coupon for a year premium at 66. A lot of people are still living off their Christmas stuff, but if you're coming to the game now and you miss Christmas, then that doesn't help you, and that's where these good deals are nice if you want to grab a year. I mean, $66 for a year premium is really not that much.
No.
It's pennies a day. You can get a premium tier 8 for a little less than that, but a year of premium covers all your tanks. It makes
Yeah.
everything about the game nicer.
Yeah, exactly that. If you're not able to or don't want to spend large amounts of money, then what money you do spend has to have value for money, and that will have value premium because it makes everything else, as you said, a little bit nicer, doesn't it? So yeah,
Right. It just
absolutely.
the grinds are easier. You get more credits.
Yeah,
Everything's a little bit faster. It's just so much
yeah.
nicer. All right. So if we're over here on vehicles again with the GI Joe stuff, the FE, the 5-1, there's the E25, and a little bit further down we still have the LIS for sale. This says special offer, so some of these are only for me. It'll depend on what you're seeing in the garage, guys. There's the veteran thing, there's the prime gaming thing. Those are the two main culprits for seeing different stuff in a garage, or in a, not a garage, but in a store. I have both, so I get to see both of those. Yeah, the CSLIS is quite good. Very definitely, that is a good tank. Pudel,
Right.
double barrels are there. The KV2R, this is the premium version of the KV2. The Lanson, which I think was in the past considered very good. It's still good and mobile, but I would probably have an LAS before I have the Lanson. Just as a general idea. Specials, what else we got here? I don't think there's anything else, folks. That's pretty much it. And then you can buy Battle Pass. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go back here. I wanted to show you guys something, and I know probably 99.9% of you guys know this, but I didn't realize. This little tab right here, this area on the page, if you do show all, these are all the things that have timers that are going on right now.
Oh, okay.
I used to have to dig through all the different articles back here and figure stuff out, and you go here and go, oh, okay. The 5-1
Oh, that's interesting, isn't
ends
it?
in 10 days. Yeah. Battle Pass starts in a day. Steel Hunter ends in 21 hours with a timer. Battle Pass has 86 days left. So if you just want an easy breezy way to figure out what the time is on a bunch of these things that are timed events, I present to you.
Yes, check you out. You've obviously spent some time clicking labels.
I just never paid attention to what all this down here. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I was digging around in this quite a bit because you go all news
Right.
and it
Yeah.
breaks that out, and that's good. But sometimes you're digging back a ways to find the event, but they've done a really nice job of putting their main events right here. And that's everything you need to know about what's going on as far as events wise. Blueprint thing is ending. I didn't realize that was still going. So there you go, guys. Now, it would be cool. Now, once again, here's iterative improvements. Why does this not say starts in 1 day, goes from blah, blah to blah, blah?
That is not the way wargaming rolls. You
Maybe if
know
you,
that.
well, if you click on it, it takes you right to the article and then lets you know pretty quickly. But if you wanted to have it on the main page, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, that's cool.
like
It sounds like some guys from chat didn't realize it either. So there you go.
Yeah, look.
Just
Wayne you.
We're making money.
Wayne
Man.
you.
All right, cool. That's that. What else we got going on, man? Trying to find my list. I have to get my brain out here. Get my brain out. All right. Oh, get your Duke Commander, your GI Joe Commander Duke for Prime Gaming. Make sure that you grab that guy. He's a good commander.
Does it come with a 0 skill?
No, but he does have the Kung Fu grip.
Yeah.
That's a joke. No, he does. He has 3 skills.
Okay, that's cool.
Probably the dumbest. Well, 2 of the dumbest 3 you can get. Repairs. Is that Jack of all trades with the dice? Now, 6 Sense makes sense. I don't see Brothers in Arms here either. Please, somebody at Wargaming quit giving us these commanders with this ridiculous setup.
Well, especially when A, you're going to get directives that can do the job anyway, or B, if the crew thing comes off, they're all going to have a 6th sense anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Hello, George. Thank you for following.
Thank you much. I guess I need to be careful what I ask for because what I said is quit giving us these commanders with these skills, and then next thing you know, we won't get the commanders.
Yeah, you'll get a commander with no skills whatsoever.
What I mean is, give us the commanders, but quit giving us these dumb skills on those commanders. Anyway, he also has a timer, which is good. You can see it through 8/15. So you've got to recruit him by what is that? July, August, right? Yeah,
See,
August.
that's annoying. That's annoying because I've got about 7 crew members in the garage yet to recruit from all the blueprinting and all the rest of it, and all the rest of which we're going to come on to. But none of them have got a timer on. But if I've got a time, because I don't particularly just run around trying to set the crew up and I'll do it over time.
Well, some of
So
them
I
don't
hate
have
the
a
fact,
timer.
yeah, some of them don't, and I hate the fact that Wargaming have put a timer on some of them because you're like, well,
Well, the ones that have timer are the ones that are connected to Prime Gaming.
oh, okay, so there's a royalty thing and all the
Well, I
rest of
don't.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. I don't. Guys, have you ever seen a timer on anything but those? Don't know. I think
Okay.
it's only for
Interesting.
those. But so the boys, remember the boys connection that they had? Those all had timers. Yeah, I think it's only on Prime, Cliffy. I think I agree with you right there. Because these crew
Okay.
members are the ones I got from the bonds. What I did with my bonds is I bought all of the crew members I could for the countries first. I did that with the ones with the zero skill. We went over that last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, we did.
The
Yeah.
zero
Yeah.
skill brother in arms, and that's in fact that's what I used. That's what these guys are minus this one dude at the end because I ran out. I
Yeah.
had 4 check guys. You can see they've all got one, two, three skills working on their fourth. He's only got 2
Yeah.
working on his third, so he's not a zero skill, so he's lamer than these guys. But these are all good crew members. That's to build
Yeah.
up for check heavies. So, it seems to indicate that we're going to have check heavies, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
No, I did exactly the same as you there. I got 7 crew members in the end, 3 of which was for Battle Pass, and then the 4 I got using the blueprints.
Yeah,
I think it was well worth it because I wasn't using the blueprints for anything, so why not?
exactly,
You
exactly.
know,
And I went through clicking a whole bunch. I don't.
click, click, click,
Yeah,
3 clicks.
after. Is it still here? It has to be still in the store, right?
I think it is at the moment. It's still
Yeah,
in the
there
store,
it is.
isn't
It's
it?
right there.
Yeah.
So I got down to where's the universals? These things. No, let's go with the crew. That's where the universals are. No, okay. So look at this. I've pretty much taken all of my. Which ones are for universals? Oh, the styles were right. The 2D styles. There we go.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of these, but I've still got 1,900. I kept them. Who knows? Maybe there's another sale sometime in the near future. You know what I'm saying? And they'll have new stuff.
Yeah.
I only need so
The,
many
the
ad
thing is,
astras.
yeah. I mean, the thing is for you, blueprints are not really any use because you've got the tanks in the game. You don't need to do the research bit.
Right.
The only thing it'd be useful for, I guess, is if they bring a new line out like the Czech Heavy.
Yeah, but I just
You-
grind
you-
them. I use free
You just
experience
grind
to
them. Yeah,
open
yeah,
modules,
yeah,
and I like to play the tank. That's why I play the game.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's
So
not.
just grinding all the way through to the tier 10.
It's not unlocking simulator for me. It's playing tanks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't want to play
Yeah,
unlocking
that's so
simulator.
true.
I want to actually play all of the tanks in the game. So I have 10 Ad Astra, 10 Ice Shelf, blah blah blah. Now, to be fair, most guys out there, most of you guys are grinding lines, so you use the blueprints. But it was cool of Wargaming to put that out for people who had accumulated a bunch and didn't really need them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was cool.
There's Cryotank's quite right. There's still that 50% consumable sale on at the moment.
Good
So don't forget
catch.
to buy a load and then sell them again. You can make money.
Good catch, Cryo. In fact, I was able to buy some of mine back. That's why I'm back down to 500,000. I was up to about 3 million, so I dropped a couple million on each one of those and rebuilt. Guys, if you don't know that, that is one of the best ways to build wealth in this game. 13 Disciple actually put a video out, so I stole that kind of concept from him on that. But it is absolutely true because you're buying them for half price. They cost 20,000 a whack. If you buy them for 10 right off the bat, that's going to increase your profits down the line, so that you're not wasting 20,000 when you use one. You only waste 10,000 when you use one. Also, if you sell them when it's not on sale, because you sell them for 50% back, it's basically you get your money back. So if for some reason you sink 10, 20 million into consumables, and down the line you say, well, I want 5 million back for whatever, you just sell them and you don't lose anything. So really just stock
Yeah.
up on those things.
But don't
Yeah.
but don't apply pilgrinomics to it, because I thought I was going to make 50% extra for
Yeah.
every sale.
So Lambog, that only works if you buy them on sale, and sales only happen once in a while. So today is the last day of the sale. I don't know who just told us that. Was it Kedge? Whoever it
Cryo
was.
tank, I think.
Yeah, Crowd Tank. Thanks, Crowd Tank. So it only works if you buy them on sale. Also, be careful if you're attempting to sell them back, that you don't sell them back when they're on sale, because then you only get 5,000.
That works for me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that idea?
So be careful in the timing that you use, but it's a great way to
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
to do all that stuff.
I watched a little bit of that 13 Disciple video. I didn't watch it all, but because he made 22 million or something just by massaging the system, for want of a better word, didn't he?
Yeah,
Was
and
it
I've done that.
220 million?
Yeah, I've done that in the past. Some of the things he talks about, most of you guys know this, but if you go to your depot, just go over this real quick. If you go to modules right here, I don't have any because I constantly sell them. Modules are all the old modules you've taken off of your tanks to replace with new modules. Make sure you sell those because they're worth money. Sell them all. Some people would keep guns because some tanks they like to switch the gun. I just never fiddled with it because it became too fiddly with 600 tanks, and there's only a couple tanks where I even worry about it. But sell off your modules. You can sell your shells that you don't use in here. Usually not a lot of money worth in there, but you can do that. Be careful because you may have premium shells in there and they're more expensive. But you may want to sell them. You can sell equipment that you don't need. I finally started building up a little bit of equipment. I really should use my purple equipment instead of let it just sit, shouldn't I?
Well, that's what it's for.
That's in my garage. I'm like, let it ride. So
I
all
don't
this
care.
stuff you can sell. Also, too, in addition to, and people are probably talking about it, if you go down to exterior, you can sell. Well, I can't actually put anything on that one because it's doing this. Let's go to a tank, different tank here. I go to like this tank, and I go to exterior. Now you can sell decals, some emblems, some. I think you can sell some camouflage actually. No, is there no camouflage? You can? No, I guess not. I thought there was some camo you could sell. There's some you can sell right there. So,
yeah, you've got you can sell paints. I don't know. You can sell camouflage. Can
some
you?
of them. Some of them. There's one you can sell. You're looking for that little cell thing. Oh, it's behind our freaking pictures. Here, let me try to get it over
Yeah,
here.
no, I've seen it now. Yeah,
Let me get it over here.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
right there, guys. And it's darkened on this one, but on one of the ones under our pictures, that's where it'll show up. You can also go to emblems and stuff. I've sold everything, so I'm betting. You can filter, by the way, the ones you have in your garage. If you click that, those are the ones in depot. See, I can't sell those right there, but I don't know if there's any. Here we go. There's one I can sell. I didn't realize I still had some more. This guy right here, he's worth 10 grand. Now I do that, then I can go ahead and tell it to sell all four. Now it's worth 40,000. So depending on whether you want those things or not, that's actually interesting. I have ones. I guess that must have been a fairly recent acquisition right there.
Right.
None of these I can sell. What does this look like? Oh, it's just a little side thing. So this is definitely a. I don't really care about those little tiny decals.
No.
Emblems, I mean.
No.
So I'm actually going to sell that real time. Boom, 40,000 made. Just like that. That's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's 2 repair kits at the full price, or 4 repair kits at the sale price. So there you go.
Stickler, same. I also want to sell my. Chieftain hats. I have a bunch of those.
I have so many. I'm just like you, Stickler. I've got chieftain hats, meathead militia. I don't know, just hearts. Loads of rubbish just sat there.
Wayne, the emblems increase your RNG to 50%.
Yeah, especially if it's a CC emblem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emblems
Guido's holding his back. He's not letting his out there.
Emblems do
Too
nothing.
powerful.
Emblems do nothing. The only camo that matters is camo on the hull. So if you're really cheap, then you just buy whole camo, just the one little set.
I have done that so much on my European account. In fact, you commented on it, how cheap I was, that only the bottom half of my tank has been
Hey,
paid.
to be fair, I do it as well. I also do that on my EU account because you just don't have the money.
No, it's fun though.
Yeah. Favorite tech tree lines, Lambog lights. I like light tanks. I think those are those are my favorite.
I'm a toss-up between some lights and mediums. I like the French light/medium concept, and obviously I like the Soviet mediums. But I'm leaning towards lights now, only because having watched a lot of what Guido does on his videos and stuff like that. That just to quantify it, to get good at this game, you need to understand how light tanks play. Once you get light tanks under your belt, you can then understand how that dynamic fits in with the rest of the classes. And it's the hardest class to actually perfect is light tank play, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, and it teaches you how to stay alive.
Yeah.
Which will translate to other tanks. Not that you were going to run your heavy or medium like a light tank. Some mediums you can, but heavier TD. But it lets you understand where the places are you get spotted from, which is good to know, because you're trying to use them as a light tank as well. It lets you understand, what you can see on a map or what the enemy light tank, because that's what you're trying to do. So you understand where the danger zones are. You're less likely to drive into crossfires because you're learning as a light tank where those are, because those are the places you're seeking out yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Lambog, correct. I take all that back. I forgot. It's valid, though, man.
Exactly, yes, it's a YOLO game, isn't it?
Yeah, YOLO. Did you say YOLO?
Well, you're not allowed to say that, though, because it's not Americanized. Good grief. Put a U in it for crying out loud. Color.
It's not YOLO.
COLOUR.
It's not you.
God, Bennett.
It's not YOLO. It's not YOLO. It's YOLO.
Okay, it's like it's okay. It's YOLO, is it? Is it okay?
Talk to me, Goose. Goose, Pilgrim's trying to tell me that YOLO is YOLO.
Put a U in it. It's British.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
Dear. Yeah.
I was in a game the other day, speaking of scouts and where you get exposed. How many times... Malinovka, right?
Yes, I do know Malinovka very well.
Encounter mode, you
Yes.
both spawn kind of up high, and there's up on top is the windmill, and people go up the hill.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Meta play.
How many times, and this happens so often, and then I look at their battles, and they have 20, 30,000 battles. How many times do you have to die exposing yourself on that ridge? Trying to get
30,000 battles worth.
till you learn. How many
Oh dear,
are people actually that dense?
Denser, because they will just continue to do it. The definition of complete insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
So everybody in chat, give me some other places people can cheat. My next one is Lakeville. Cutting too close to the water. How many times do you have to die doing that before you learn to not do that?
Yeah.
What are some other ones? Being too close. What's the glacier? Is it glacier? Not glacier. What's the one with the ice road that it's all channelized? Can't remember what the hell it's called.
Yes, that one. I know
but the
that
scouts
one,
go to each side and it's got the big dip, the big hole in the middle.
Yes, that one,
and if you're too close, you get spotted and killed. How many times do you have to do that before you learn?
Absolutely. How many times on proc do you have to go sit in the A1 box and just sit there expecting to win the game?
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's another way. Yeah, that's not the getting exposed, but that's the go to one place and sit there.
Just sit there. We'll win this if we all just sit there. I had a game on the European server where, I'm no joking, 12 teammates sat in the A1 box. And I just looked at it, I went, you know, I might as well just go and try and cap. So I just drove over the ridge.
That's where I like to type in. I'm like, was there a meeting called? Did I miss the meeting?
I missed that coffee call.
What are you guys talking about over there? I hope you're not talking about me.
Mines Hill at the start, yeah. And a tank that does 30. Quite right, Hitzenberg.
For the King makes a good point back up there in chat. He's improved a lot since playing artillery. Yeah, you know, I hate to say it, but I've said it before, and I agree with it 100%. One of the reasons I played artillery was missions, one, and learning how they play to avoid them. Right? You play it, and then you understand where they can hit. You understand how they work. You understand, you know, that helps you. That informs you how to get around them if you can.
Yeah.
Baitfish, what's happening? Good morning.
Good morning, all.
Yeah, lamb dog.
Because I did that. I started on TDs and artillery, and artillery actually gave me the God's eye view of the map, which I could learn a lot more from that. Not that I knew that at the time, but when I look back. It was the right decision to make, to go and do artillery first, because it gives you that overview, you know?
Absolutely. Yep.
Lambog will not play artillery because his parents loved him.
Oh, that's rude. That's rude.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Steel Hunter missions, Commander AF's coupon challenge. Ooh. Is this where your coupon came from?
Possibly. Let's have a quick look.
Weren't these really good? Didn't we see this last time? Doesn't say what the coupon is.
No, it doesn't, does it?
You know what, guys? That big coupon he had may have been this thing, as I recall. All right, maybe not. Watt Salute, that's for the servicemen. St. Patrick's Luck has some things you can get. That's pretty cool. Looks like I've already done my detonation one, which is where the real goodies are. Everything else is experience and some emblems. Watt Salute for the veterans, on track, guys. The Grille 15 is on track now. That's a pretty good line.
It is a good line. It's a good tank as well, isn't it?
I've finished my G.I. Joe versus Cobra. That's all sorted out. Some goodies were gotten there. Commander AF special mission. Oh, look at this. Pudding and tea. Pilgrim's favorite.
Yes. 5 times 5. I've got it already.
Because every time you have tea, you have pudding.
Oh, we've been down this road. Pudding is spotted dick. It is not something you have with tea. Well, I'll have to do it again.
This is a PG. This is a PG show. I'll thank you to.
Yes. Well, all right. We'll go with sticky toffee then. Sticky toffee pudding does not go with cups of tea. Well, it does, but not in that sense. It's scones. It's tea with scones, not pudding.
I'm sorry I mentioned it. Sorry I mentioned it. The UDES 1516 is on track. G.I. Joe bundle is still going on. Why are there two things for G.I. Joe? There's the G.I. Joe bundle. Oh, that's Duke. Okay, so that is the thing from Prime Gaming. And then there's also another G.I. Joe versus Cobra thing. And thank God they didn't put them right next to each other so you could kind of figure it out. But okay.
Yeah. Why have it together? Why make it simple?
This missions tab used to be so central to try to figure out what's going on in the game, and now it's just there's almost never anything in there.
It's almost become white noise, hasn't it? It's almost just a buzzing sound in the background, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks, Talk to Me Goose. We just mentioned that right before you got in. But it's a great note for anyone who's just showed up lately. Make sure you buy your consumables because they bees on sale right now.
Absolutely. I don't do the pilgrinomics thing.
That's everything for missions and specials, I think, man. Oh, Lucky Clover. Lucky Clover. Commander AF's code for this week. Lucky Clover. I'll say it again. Lucky Clover. That is the FE 4202 3-day rental and 5 personal reserves of some kind.
Cool. LFT Oliver's in the house. Can I talk
there he is. What's happening? Daisy.
Hey, Daisy guy. You are an absolute star, sir. By the way, I'm in the hospital on the East Island over the other side of Namalsk. I had to get away from where we were because I'd respawned and you weren't there. Sorry, Guido. You weren't there, so I did a runner because there was people in there. So I ran to the hospital because I needed medication. All right, so that's where I'm at. I'm actually sat in hospital on the East Island.
So this is
There we go.
some kind of crazy apocalyptic communication system that you've just come up with here.
Yeah.
You snuck into an alternate reality, and now you're kind of coordinating. All right, I need you to
Oh, on the third screen, I've got DayZ going.
Oh man. So yeah, LFT Oliver, guys, is a developer. Is that correct? With
Yeah, he's something big in the game. I tell you, he's got thousands of hours in DayZ, and he picked me up on DayZ on the Mounts Nalmask map. I was getting absolutely mullered all the time. As soon as I spawned, I was getting killed. But we actually met. Can I tell the story? Can I do this little tangent?
man. Yeah.
Right. I spawned. I ran to what I knew was an army outpost to go and get some guns and all the rest of it. And this guy appeared, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And he was all armed to the teeth. He had a tactical helmet and everything. I went, "Arr!" So I started to run. I ran off, and he followed me with his torchlights. I was going, "The bugger! He's chasing me to kill me again. Somebody's going to kill me, right?" So I hid in the shed, and he must have seen me go into the shed because he came in after me, and I hit him with a lump hammer, knocked him unconscious, right? But he managed to get me, so we were both unconscious. But because I'd hit him first, he respawned.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
What?
Stop.
Come on.
You said you knocked him unconscious, and he managed. What? Like, did you both just bonk
He was
each other?
going down. He did me. You know what I mean? He's skilled. This guy is skilled. I tell you, he is good. He is good. And
So you knocked
he did
each
me
other
as he was
out.
going down, right? So we're
Yeah.
both unconscious. But because he was made unconscious first, he came back to
Woke
consciousness
up.
before
Oh,
me.
dude.
Put a full magazine into me, all 9mm, straight into me, killed me, right? So I respawned in almost the same place. I thought I'll go back to that army place because he will have gone by now. So I've got rid of him. So I ran into the and there he was. And he was waving at me. He goes, "Are you the guy that hit me with the sledgehammer?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "Right, come with me and I'll show you how to do this map." And I went, "Oh, you're a star, sir." And we have been, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours at it. So, and he's taken me everywhere. He's just absolutely the bee's knees, or in England, the dog's bollocks.
So
And
basically, so
Daisy.
took you under his wing and showed you some stuff. And
yeah.
isn't that cool, man? That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's,
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anyway, thanks for that. I just wanted to say a big thank you to him because generally on DayZ, people who are armed to the teeth just want to kill you.
Right. Yeah. So
So yeah,
Daisy, you came to through Low Blow's channel.
I did indeed. Yes. Is he
And I
on?
was watching
He
Low
is.
Blow the other day. He was playing a game called Exanima,
Right.
which is a crazy little game. And it's
Okay.
isometric 3D, not isometric, it's a 3D. Got your little character, and it's got a really weird combat system, but I bought it, and it's actually pretty cool. So it's only $14. It's more of a tech demo. I don't
Right.
think they're sort of creating it like they're creating a game, but I think they're planning on using what they learned here to make the actual game. But it was $15, and I just laughed. I was watching him play it, and it's really interesting because it's quite physics oriented for your little 3D character. So it's not first person. You're kind of looking down in an isometric view, but it is 3D, and
Right.
you have weapons, and you got to swing it, in the right direction and stuff. Very cool, very interesting. Bannerlord is out, dude.
Oh,
I
is
haven't,
it?
I
Is
haven't
it really?
played it for a long time, probably 4 or 5 months, and I know that they've been doing updates, so I need to go back to it. I sort of got on Bannerlord, I got to a position where I could more or less do what I wanted, but I was having real trouble learning how to take out the castles, and I sort of lost interest because it was so painful.
Oh yeah. It becomes when you get into a game like that, and it becomes that hang point. You either work it through or you go, "Do you know what? This is too much."
Yeah, and I think I'll go back to it. My son figured it out. He was starting to wipe out castles right and left.
Okay. Right.
It seemed like it was just not quite finished, but it was good. It was a good game, man. Bannerlord is a lot of fun, and I like its combat system. I think a little better than this other game, but that's actually Exanima or whatever it is similar, except that you're not the guy. You're outside the
You're looking
body.
down on you.
Yeah,
Right,
you're further away, and it's a more, I don't know. So
I think I like that sort of game. This is why World of Tanks is so fascinating to me, because okay, the graphics are awesome. I love the graphics, but it's also a strategy game. It's not just a shoot 'em up. There's a strategy behind it, which actually works if the strategy is played out right. So it's not like it's just a false strategy. So you get games that you have to strategize, for want of a better word. That holds my interest. It keeps me going. It makes me want to improve, And I think this is where it's at.
Yeah. Cliffy, it is sort of Diablo-esque, except that your character's not quite as small. So it's sort of in between Bannerlord, where your character's big and you're right in the middle of the screen, and Diablo, where he's a little tiny guy on the screen. It's sort of in between that, and it's a 3D character walking around, and you have to actually physically figure out how to swing and stuff, which is pretty cool. Is Oliver still in the chat there? Type in what you now. Pilgrim said developer, but are you like doing mods, or are you actually connected with the company that is running DayZ, or what? Yeah, Tangent is definitely on, dude. And by the way, Ghost Rider, thank you so much. A sub at tier 1 and for 2 months. Here's to you. Cheers. Thank you. That really helps out.
Yeah, all the best. Lambok's got a good question about the tier system. Did you see that?
No, what was it?
Hey guys, could you explain why Wargaming teams you up within 2 tiers? It seems a bit unbalanced to put tier 4 tanks up against tier 6.
Oh no, this is fraught with danger. Are we going to get into this?
It is.
Yeah, back to tanks, right? Back to World of Tanks.
Yeah.
See, this is why I want to get a background for us that's just coffee talk, because we've been talking about, and it is a thing. We're talking about other games, and we got World of Tanks in the background right there. So, I can do whatever I want on my channel. I am a World of Tanks CC, but when we start talking about other stuff, I need a different background. I think just separate the streams. It's not a big deal, but you know what I mean. Anyway, back to the tiering system for World of Tanks. Back in the day, when this thing was first started, when the World of Tanks was first started, it was every tier against every tier. It was just this big sandbox tank game that these guys were building. And as they are Russians, it was super hardcore. So if you got to a Maus, then you got to drive over people's MS1s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was tier 10 versus tier 1 at times. It's just the way it was. And then as the game matured and developed, they clearly realized they had to kind of tamper that down a little bit to expand the player base, to expand the interest base. And it was 4 tiers at one point. Your tier 7 Tiger would see a Maus.
Yeah,
that's when I played the game. When I walked in, it was a 4-tier split that they had just instituted. That was right after right before they released. I don't remember where that happened, but it was somewhere in there. Yeah, tier 3 light. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was good in a way that you could team up with your pals, be a light tank for the big, massive heavy knocking around. But it was bad in a way that the whole structure meant that, I mean, you're even more than a one shot. You know what I mean? If you get caught out. So yeah.
So my answer to your question, man, is I think it goes with the game. Every now and again, when you're top tier against 2 tiers below, you get to be the big bad. And I think there's a lot of value to that in gameplay and interest, because would you always want to be the top tier? Probably everyone would say yes, but not really. I don't think you really would. Where you just stomp on lower tier. And when you're new and you're lower tier, that's what it feels like. It feels like when you're new and you're lower tier and you don't really know what to do and how to be effective lower tier, you're like, that's unfair. And then when you're new and not very good and you're top tier, you're not effective because you're not very good. And you go, well, it doesn't really matter where I am. I always get stomped. So you get that. Yeah. But as you get better, you sort of start to understand when you're bottom tier what your role is, when you're middle tier what your role is, and when you're top tier what your role is. And then it will also depend on what class you're playing. To me, that adds so much depth to the game. So really my answer to you is not going to be very satisfying to a new player. But I think it adds interest and depth and makes the game what it is. I really do. Yeah. I know people hate that they're 2 tiers down, and where there's a lot of calls for only 2-tier separation or even 1 tier. And 1-tier battles can be fun. But again, with variety, in my opinion, with variety being the spice of life, I like that you can get into single-tier battles, 2-tier and 3-tier. And you can be top tier, and you can be bottom tier and middle tier, or you can be same. I mean, I just like it. I think it works. And look at the game go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for me also, just as an addition to what you're saying there, is that to improve your skill level, you have to have a tiering system like that. So you are up against the odds at times, because you don't get better by having the same odds every time. You have to be the underdog sometimes. So and you can have some massive games as a low tier tank in a high tier tank game. You can really have some massive games, and it really gives you a buzz when you do that.
Yeah. And that's not ignoring the fact that when you're new and bottom tier, it's painful. And certain tiers are very painful to go against other tiers. Like tier 6s against 8s can be absolute pain.
Yeah.
I would agree 10K is probably pretty close. And there's a difference between understanding and being able to apply that to the game. That's where a lot of people fall down. Where you understand it, you get it. There's pen, there's weak spots, positioning, all these different things that are important to being good at the game. You have a concept of it and you understand it, but you're much like a student sitting in a class being lectured by the professor telling you how business works. And after the class, you have an idea of all the pieces and parts, but you sure as hell can't go out and start a business and be successful.
Yeah.
Some can't. Some
You've
can.
got to go and try it.
Some people just do it. But exactly. So you have to apply it. The question is, that's the question. That's the big question. I have the knowledge. I've learned that after 10,000 battles. How in the hell do I apply it to this game?
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Because every battle is independent, and because every battle is a fresh start, you can adapt to strategies, you can adapt the gameplay to what you've learned, as opposed to it's the same old every time. Coming back to DayZ, there's a set parameters within DayZ which is not within World of Tanks. There are certain things you must do in DayZ to be able to survive, whereas in World of Tanks you can get away with a little bit of flexibility. That's what I've learned, especially from your man Oliver, is that to survive in like DayZ, you need to do set things, whereas in World of Tanks, yes, there is the meta and there is a set way of playing a tank, but the flexibility is a lot greater, I think, in World of Tanks.
Yeah. So the answer then, after all that yappity yap by both of us, which is all very esoteric and intellectual as far as you need to learn and blah. Talk to Me Goose just offered to platoon. So guys like Talk to Me, I just give a shout out to him. That's his Twitch channel. When he streams, go watch his stream. Watch 13 Disciple. Watch, For Free. All the guys and gals that stream. Check out YouTube videos. Some people like that, some people don't. But really, that's where the info is, right? Unless you want to slog through it like a lot of us did and just learn it on your own, which can be done.
Yeah.
But if you're frustrated and want to learn some things, grab some of these videos. Look at Goose's, what are they? The videos.
Video, yes.
What's the stupid acronym? VOD, VOD. Look for his VOD.
Yes.
Check out my personal YouTube channel. It comes up every once in a while here. It's Guido1212. I put out a video every day, and I aim at new to intermediate players and give basically advice on how to get better at the game. So there you go. Loon Patrol, what's happening?
He says Goose is pretty. That's subjective, that isn't it? Really.
Oh, that's when his daughters were putting the makeup on him.
Yeah, that's it. He's a pretty guy, isn't he?
That was awesome. Yeah, Goose has a lot of fun. He also hangs out with Damien from Damien's Gaming a lot. 13 Disciple, Damien's Gaming, and Goose, and a couple of other guys. So they do a lot of collaboration. So check out their stuff. 13 Disciple especially is a very good player. Very good player.
He's a mathematician, isn't he?
I think he's actually an engineer, but yeah, he's definitely steeped in the math
he will
side.
break everything down into numbers. He's very clever at that.
Yeah. Those guys play at night, and they have a hoot. They have a good time. A hoot. All right.
A hoot. There's definitely a beard thing going on as well, isn't there? I think it's a CC thing. I think the CCs, the NACCs, have got a beard thing going, haven't they?
Everybody copies me, pretty much.
Do you think?
No, not really.
Yeah, this is 3 weeks growth. You can see it's not getting there, is it?
Is there some? I can't even.
No, there's nothing there. Get out. Stop looking.
I thought you lost all your hair when you took that flamethrower to the face in Nam.
Yes. This is scar tissue. It's not hair.
Didn't you lose your hair at Agincourt?
I did, yes,
Yeah.
but I kept my fingers.
Oh,
See?
yeah, yeah.
Now,
Oh, you got away.
Do you know what that symbol is?
You got away.
That symbol.
Oh,
That symbol in the UK. You know
yeah,
what that means.
It means
don't
I
you?
still have my fingers, you stupid French.
Exactly.
suckers.
Yeah, Frenchman. I've still got them. I can pull the bowstrings. So
Yeah,
there
you
go.
didn't catch me and cut my fingers off. We killed you.
Oh, still got them.
All right, guys, we're going to take a 5-minute break because I actually got to go hit the head, and we'll come back. We got some more stuff, though, so stick around. We're going to talk about Steel Hunter Ranked and Battle Pass when we get back. So 5 minutes, guys. We'll be right back. That's the wrong one. I want this one.
You do need an engineer.
All right, we're back, guys. What is happening? All right. Autocorrect, a blessing, a curse. Oh, what happened? Where did it autocorrect? We all have days, brother, and I applied. Uh-oh, did we have some controversy, Goose? I'm going back through chat. Historical jokes. I love history, man. I was a history major.
Oh, cool! I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. What does that mean? Not a damn thing. It's just I like
No.
history. I like history. What it
Thing is,
means?
if you know history, and I think the guys will back me up with this, if you know your own history, not just your own personal history, but your culture's history, it makes you more of an effective member of what society you're in today. And we're getting all esoteric now, but
Oh, I
it
would
really
agree with
does. If you
that. Yeah,
understand where you come from as a culture, it
yeah,
helps you
yeah,
with with everything you do. I reckon.
yeah. I always, I like to say, and it's not like I made this up, but it's history. History does not predict, but it does inform.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you're not doomed to repeat history, but if you're not careful and you don't pay attention, you might, you could very easily because
yeah, yeah,
it's humans humaning, and
yes,
I don't know if you know this, but there's nothing new under the sun. Everything we're doing today is the same shit we've been doing since we were, carving,
yep, yeah.
scraping flint off of rocks to turn into arrows.
There are some, Guido, that never touched the monolith, but there are some that did. So that makes the difference in history.
I like that. I like that. Some people just screamed and beat their chest, but never touched it.
No, they sort of like, they were scared of it.
Well, I fear change personally. I don't.
Oh no, I'm so set in my ways. I won't even change. I won't even change my underpants until it's a Sunday.
You, you want what?
My underpants. I'm so set in my ways. I won't change them till Sundays. Every Sunday I'll change my underpants. Is low blow in the house?
Could you
Should we see
imagine?
low blow?
Could you imagine how nasty that would be?
Oh gosh. Well, we had a saying.
Actually, I don't have to because I did. I've done it. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So have you
we had a
probably.
saying that, yeah, your underwear and your socks only get changed when they stick to the wall, when you throw them at the wall.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
heard that saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you've been in positions where you've had them on
I've been
way
in
longer than you wanted to as well.
After that second curry on the second night running, they do stick to the wall.
Well, that's a different problem. That's just being drunk
Yeah.
and stupid.
That's old age. That's just old age.
Crypto says it's way too much information.
Sorry.
I don't know if Low Blow's in the house. I haven't seen him. Attack Rose is here. What's happening, man?
Hey, attack crows.
Oh, Attack Rose, exactly. A history major that never used it. But I do, right? I use it for this. I use it for other things. But I'm with you. I know what you're saying. You didn't go out and go, all right, I'm going to apply for a history job. You're like, oh, there's like 5 of those in the world.
Sutek's in the house. Hello,
My
Sutek.
brother-in-law has a roommate, female roommate. Weird situation, doesn't matter. But she's a
I'll go into any depth with that.
no, it's just weird. But she's lovely. He's awesome. She's lovely. That's not the point. She is a museum curator. That's her job, or what her profession. And she's had a real hard time kind of keeping that job because museums come and go, and they have positions, they don't. The funding is always very iffy on museums, especially when they're private museums and they're not big ones. So she loves it, and she's been able to travel the world and do some really cool stuff. But it's not a very stable job.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Lambog,
Just-
it's complicated. It's
Yeah.
it's complicated, but not, and not to I'm not airing his dirty laundry. He's a great dude, love him, and she's awesome. So they got their own lives. Let's put it that way. And he's got.
Can we just go back to underwear throwing?
No,
for the king.
no. That's why I tried to change it to something more embarrassing, like my family.
That's why I've just changed the tack. But the king says it's the last Sunday of every month. I quite agree with that, actually.
To change the underwear. Oh, was that official?
Yeah, officially, the last Sunday of every month is the official undergarment change day.
Loon Patrol. When I start waxing eloquent about history, my wife's eyes go.
Yeah.
She's
Do you
like,
know what?
"Oh God, here he goes again."
But it's just this is not misogynist to say this, but if I wax lyrically about any subject, my house pedals eyes go like that. You know.
All right, we have now entered into the world's premier misogyny coffee talk. Let's start attacking our wives.
You want
It
to
is.
see the chore list I got yesterday, man? It was out of this world. It was just. It
Well,
was.
did you finish it, or do you have a black eye?
No, I finished it.
There, then you don't have a black eye. There you go.
Yeah, I got me dinner last night. You're all right. Absolutely. It's his turn. It's like it wasn't a sticky. Put it that way. It would not have fitted on that.
Goose, are you a good financial planner? Because I need one.
Wow.
You know what? My in all seriousness, my mom got a letter from So she's 80 something, and she had this. The company's called Genworth, and she had this big, late life insurance policy to take care of being, in a home and all this stuff. And it was a freaking great. It was great insurance based on the benefits. But of course, most insurance plans like that are essentially pyramid schemes. You got to have people coming in
Yeah.
below to put in money to do the payout for the people who are taking out the benefits. And this
Yeah.
company porked it away somehow, and they weren't quite upfront with the rate increase thing, even though it said that in the boilerplate agreement the contract, which they all do.
Yeah.
It is another tangent.
Yeah. We're their way.
Long story short is this company has done a out of court settlement under a suit, and now that they've been forced to offer either a way out of this thing with some kind of benefits, or stay with them and potentially get up to 200% increase in your, what's the word for the insurance? I can never remember the dumb word.
Gratuity.
No, old timers disease. The payment you make monthly for insurance. Somebody help me. I've lost
Direct
the
debit?
plot.
I don't know.
Premium stickler. Thank
Premium,
you.
that's
Frickin'
it.
premium. That's it.
Like the tanks, premium tanks.
Yeah, yeah. It's all connected.
It is a
These
tank
premium
subject.
tanks that are kind of an insurance against not having any credits in the game.
Yeah, if you're a defender or a Bisonti.
Anyway, that's a boring subject, but we got to figure that out. So
Yeah.
big pain in the rear. All right, let's get back to tanks, man. What are we doing
Yeah.
here? What the heck are we doing, man?
Well, I don't even think we got to subjects as yours.
That's where we are.
We're there.
Get your GI Joe. We covered that. Drops until actually today the 25th. Oh, I thought tomorrow was the 25th. I've lost the plot. Tomorrow's the 22nd. There are drops, GI Joe drops. So you should be. Does this stream show drops enabled? Can anybody see that? Let me know down below. Because I don't remember on this particular iteration which streams. Was it only the official stream? Des has said no. It does not say drops enabled, so that is not us. All right, so I think it's only the official stream. I wasn't tracking that too closely. Only the EU? Okay. EU channels. All right, there you go. I thought the NA official channel might have been doing it too. Because it was G.I. Joe stuff. It was G.I. Joe decorations and whatnot, emblems and decals and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I thought also, but maybe not.
In any event, sounds like it's EU. They did for G.I. Joe. It says on the website it goes to the 25th.
Right.
Yes, it is a key. Oh, let's
Yeah.
talk about G.I. Joe for a second, because one of you guys, and I don't know if that person's in here, reminded me of something. Yeah, NA official. That's right. Talk to me. I was pretty sure it was NA official, but it's not us. Anyway, on the comments on the G.I. Joe thing, when people were talking about the G.I. Joes from back in the day, the guy reminded me of the helicopter that had the button on the side that you pushed, and it swung the rotors around.
Yes. That gave you the black eye. Never
Yeah,
mind.
and he's like, you remember you could get that thing going if you got it too close to your head, it whacked you in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd go home with a bloody face, and they go, "What the heck has happened to you?" And the helicopter hit me.
Dude, as soon as he said that, I'd completely forgotten. But I'm like, God, I remember that because Because of course your big brother would get that thing going at Mach 10, and then whack you in the head with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that ever happened to me.
No. Big brothers and big sisters, they're put on this earth to make your life miserable, aren't they? Without a doubt.
Oh man, that was awesome. All right, so yeah, GI Joe drops Steel Hunter, guys. Has anybody done it? Have you played it?
I did one. I was like, no. I reckon the guys have probably done it. I did one Steel Hunter game. I got mullered by. I think there was a team up going on because I got mullered by about 3 of them all together, and I went, nah, I'm not going to bother with this. Just do me in.
I wonder what the numbers are. I know some people are doing it because the points are pretty good for Battle Pass. If you're good at it, you can crank through some battle. But I've seen some numbers. People are claiming they can do it faster than they would in randoms. But it's a discussion you and I have had in the past. There's very little connection between Steel Hunter and the actual core game of randoms or even anything.
No, there is no correlation. It's a completely separate mode.
You're not training crews. You're not upgrading tanks. You're not unlocking tanks. You are making credits and prizes, in this case coins, but you can do that in randoms. I wonder if the Steel Hunter participation has taken a huge nosedive. Talk to me. I agree with you. I do not like it. The rest of you who've said the same thing. It's a different game, it's boring.
It is boring. Well, as Morpheus just said, sorry, not Morpheus, Wayne, you could hide all game and still come in the top 5. What's the point? Like, is this a game of hiding tanks or actually fighting tanks? What is it? It's rubbish.
Yeah. Ghost Rider, I think I missed that. Sub, thank you so much. Kedge subscribed. I missed a bunch of these guys. Good stuff. I think the activity feed is not keeping up, though. No, 1 hour. Okay, yeah. Special K subscribed. How did I miss all that stuff?
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah, Lambog, thank you. George, thanks for the follow. Apologize, guys, for not shouting everybody out. So it looks like Sparky as well, thank you. And David Carlsmere. Outstanding. Special 451. Thanks, guys. Sorry for not shouting you guys out. Because we just like to listen to ourselves, so we sometimes miss.
Well, you see, that's the problem, isn't it? I did want to point that out to you, but you were telling us all about this insurance thing, so I just shut up and listened.
Talk to me. I think sometimes the chat notifications miss things. I don't have them turned off. If you scroll up, you'll see some people. But sometimes I think it misses them. Or I do. So I don't know. I'm going to blame it. I'm going to blame it on the system and not myself.
Yeah. It's the dang plane. It was never me. That Maverick missile I fired was a dud.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Did you guys notice the teaming warning that came up from World of Tanks regarding Steel Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that went on an awful lot as well.
We had some naughtiness going on, guys. Here it is. Check it out.
Naughty.
Say no to teaming. All right, here's the deal. Your mode incentivizes teaming because the way you win is by being the last guy. And even if you say no teaming, 2 people randomly can team just by going, all right, I'm going to leave that guy alone because he's too strong. I mean, it's just the way it's the mode, right? The mode is about teaming, really.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So.
End of the day, it gets dark.
Yeah. You sort of built that into the system, and I'm not surprised that that's what you get. When you incentivize something, where are my economists out there? What do you get more of when you incentivize something? The thing you incentivized.
Exactly.
So whether it's good or bad, actually, and it kind of depends on what is being incentivized. So you're either incentivizing people to do the opposite of what you're trying to stop, or do that thing, depending on which way people want the benefit from. Right? People will always go towards the benefit, like going towards the light.
Yeah, well, it's natural behaviour.
Like water flowing.
Like Goose was saying there. People are doing it. Wargaming see as a problem, but people are clever. Don't get me wrong. People are clever, and especially people who play strategy games have got a little bit of intelligence. And if they can work out a hook or this is no justification for doing it, but they will. People will work it out and go, okay, we do this, we do that. This is what can happen, and so people will do that, and the word gets out. So, it has, and quite right. Wargaming see it. You see, for it to Wargaming to have actually said something, it must be big. It must be big enough.
Yeah. That's what Goose was saying. That's what Goose was saying.
Yeah.
By the way, Sutek says I strike you off my list of financial planners.
I'll make you rich overnight, Sutek. You know I will.
I know that's what's tempting me. I mean, I feel like you've got that's a good offer. I mean, rich overnight. I think I could do that. That'd be great.
Well, if you buy all the consumables that are on sale now, use all your silver, wait for it to go full price, and sell them back, and then you've made money. There you go.
Would you let me ask you one question as my possible financial planner, but we'll stick to World of Tanks. Would you recommend spending $2,000 of game content on Chuck Norris? Yes or no?
That's a difficult one. Yes.
All right, you're hired. You're hired.
Did you do that?
That was the correct answer. Yes. That was the total cost of the silver and gold that I spent training up Chuck Norris.
Wow.
Yeah, in-game content. None of it I paid for. It was all Wargaming's. And then I spent another $1,000 or whatever it was on the T-22.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
Because 100, that's about, it was something like that. What, 100 million credits was something like $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, when you messaged me that in Discord that you'd done that, it was a good job I was sat down, because I probably would have fell over at that point. This is a good segue. We can lead into Battle Pass talking finances, couldn't we?
Yeah, we can. And so Bogey is also on board with Chuck. That's good. Steel. So we done with Steel Hunter before we get there. Last man. The Asia botting wave.
Yes. Oh, got some info.
Yeah.
Asia botting. Right. Okay. 315 accounts blocked for botting, including people who have been subject to a phishing attack, and then their accounts were used as bots accounts, even though they didn't know it. So the warning there is, don't be clicking on malicious or stupid links that you get through, however, because it could well lead to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? How? I don't know. In a moment of weakness, people click on things. I have clicked on things that I sort of regretted clicking on. Not very often, but it's amazing how often people get busted. Yeah, talk to me. I'm with you. It's quickly back to the Steel Hunter thing. It's incentivized, so least effort, right? Path of least resistance. How do I do this the fastest? All that stuff. But they did ban 41,491 and 8,000 permanent on Russia recently. They did.
Well, in total, they had 41,000 plus, didn't they?
Right.
Of which 8,000 were permanently banned, and the remainder were given their first warnings. Now, if you're talking nearly, 42,000 cheats, effectively.
Yeah.
I know it's a big server, but my goodness me, there's a lot of people circumnavigating the system, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is all for mods, which is what's really funny. A lot of those mods are pretty useless if you're not very good.
Yeah.
I have a friend here in town. He played for a while. And showed him a few things. He was never going to be that good. He just, for whatever reason, wasn't that interested. But he liked the game. He just liked to bomb around. But one day I'm talking to him. He's like, hey, have you ever heard of that Warpack?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have, and don't. That's not a good. It's not a good idea. Speaking of phishing, right? Speaking of losing your credentials to your game, you're giving them your password. That's ridiculous.
Oh,
and he's like, oh, but I already got it. It's pretty cool. I'm like, oh my God, you're an idiot. You're a stone cold idiot.
What's the point? What is the point? It's a different mindset, Guido. I think. I mean, we've come across it in life, and I think everyone that is on this stream right now in chat has come across it in life. the mindset that says I must cheat to get one ahead of everybody else is not a mindset that sits well with me. I can't figure that out. I can't understand, but it's out there. People will do anything to be that one step ahead. Anything. And I think that is just, that is human nature, and you can't change it.
I think one of the craziest things about that is the justifications, which I know we've talked about a lot.
Yeah.
People will not only will they go out of their way to get the advantage, they'll go out of their way to do the mental gymnastics to justify it. And then Wayne has a good point.
Yeah.
Culture matters. In some
that's
cultures, that's just life. It's not cheating. That's an advantage I get. And it doesn't really hurt their feelings. They don't care.
Yeah.
Not that they're bad people necessarily, but it's a cultural thing. Fair play doesn't mean jack snot to them.
I think morality is a different mindset depending on culture. You're quite right. I think that's a very good point, actually, because in Russia, and I do know I have Russian friends, that if they can see an advantage, they'll take that advantage. They don't see the morality behind not doing that.
Right.
They don't get it. They look at you strange when you say, "Well, that's not the right thing." What do you mean it's not the right thing to do? I've just made 1,000,000 rubles, my friend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You're an idiot. Why would you not do that?
Why are you doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, someone's saying if they banned 41,000 on NA, there would be nobody here. That's true.
It'd just be like 10 of us just knocking around, wouldn't it?
Well, it'd just be you, because I cheat all the time.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, where's Guido?
I'm a CC, right? That's what we do, right? Bunch of shills.
Yeah, Wade and I might actually win a battle.
Bunch of shills. Good point, Sutek. Exactly. In a lot of cultures, bribes are just how business is done. It's not corruption. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Although it is corruption, but that's a whole different subject. Okay, so that's enough Steel Hunter ranked. All right, guys, here's the deal. I didn't realize this. We talked about it a bit at the beginning. But we got two things going on next week, ranked and Battle Pass.
Yeah.
And ranked, while it is incorporated in Battle Pass, is not completely incorporated in Battle Pass because... Where's the ranked stuff? Can't find it. Say no. Oh my gosh, I've lost the plot. Where's my ranked article? For goodness sake, I think it's on the main page. Anyway, ranked still has a foot in last year. So this is the third season or phase or whatever the hell it's called for ranked. Why can I not find this? This is driving me crazy. Let's go down here. Oh, thank goodness, finally found it. All right, season. So the third season of the 2021 season year pass thing. Which means that there are 3 other tanks I did not realize or had not remembered were involved. I do have this. There will be a review of the Skoda T45 coming out. But, howsomever, there's the Concept 1B. I forgot all about that thing. And you need X number of coins. So there are still tokens that you get from ranked that are different from Battle Pass.
Right, so they don't apply. So this is to get the reward for ranked. Okay.
Yes. And also, too, and in addition to, there are other things that will be unlocked if you get to the 2nd division that you can then purchase that Skoda T45, the first Czech heavy, for 12,500, which is an outrageous amount for a Tier 7.
Yes.
And the Kampfpanzer 50T for 20,000, which is 5,000 more than any other Tier 10's gone for. And this is a Tier 9. That was, I think, ranks reward last time. And then,
remember,
of course,
the M60 was only 15,000, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then the 1B is you need, and these are ranked coins or whatever they're called, you need at least 9 of those to get the Concept 1B. I only have 1 total. I'm not going to get it, unfortunately.
See, the thing is, in this mode, you've got to be at the beginning and see it right the way through.
Yeah.
I don't think you can drop it out anywhere and still succeed in it.
I think you could have pretty easily got 9. If I'd have played at all, 3 a time would have been pretty easy. I didn't really do that math at first. I just hated ranked. It was such a miserable experience.
Yeah.
I think I'd like it maybe a little better now. I wish it was 7v7 like they did. recently,
Yeah.
tier 10. That was
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that. The 15v15 ranked battles, they just make me want to stab my eyes out.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. See, I have
Oh,
one
dear.
token, a whole one token. So I might be able to
Yeah.
get 2 or 3 this time. I may play, I may not. I'm not going to get to the 1B. That's a bummer. I might be able to unlock the 50T, but of course I don't have enough bonds because I don't really play all the stuff that gives you bonds, usually because it's painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kedge, Kedge needs to check out ranked. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Fantastic.
Oh
All
dear.
right. All right, you know what? Now I have to actually take a quick break, but I'm gonna leave it going so you can give them your contest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got a contest.
So do
We
the
got a
contest while I'm
haven't
gone.
we? Okay. Right. This is it's a one-line answer, guys, for 500 gold in game. So you'll have to give us your in-game name if you win the contest. All right. And I've made it easy for you guys. Made it very easy. In fact, it's very easy for the colonials in the USA. Probably not easy for us British or the Europeans who are here, or the Russians for that matter. So anyway, without further ado, what I'd like to know for 500 gold, and the first person with the right answer will win the 500 gold, is who, and the name of this person is needed as the answer, who designed the current United States of American flag. Old Glory here. Okay? Who designed it? The current one, not the old one or anything else like that. Okay? So, first to answer with the right answer gets the 500 gold. All yours. Get your fingers going on Google. I'll wait. I can wait all day if you're going to Google it. I don't think you'll find it on Google. Well, it definitely wasn't Winston Churchill, was it? Because it would have been them. Clint Eastwood. That's close.
Ben Franklin? Chuck. Probably was Chuck Norris.
Stickler, you are so close but so far away.
Yeah,
Everybody
Betty
gets a
Ross.
single
Betsy
guess.
Ross. That's the one that I came up with initially there, Green Goblin. That's
You
the
only
one I
get one
thought.
guess each, guys. You only get one guess each. It's
All right, while you're guessing, let me throw this out one more now that there's a few more people here. I wanted to give away those G.I. Joe skins. This was on the YouTube
knee jerk.
channel. B. Ryan or Chris Burns. If you guys are in chat right now, send me a whisper with your in-game name. B. Ryan or Chris Burns. Naval history, designed by a high school student.
Stickler, you're way behind the curve, my friend, and so are you. Talk to the goose, because knee jerk got it right first time. Robert G. Heft. Poor old, where are we? Stickler said Robert H. Heft. It's Robert G. Heft.
Oh,
There you go. He was a student. He was a student, and he designed the current flag. So it was knee jerk. If knee jerk, if you want to give Guido your in-game name by whisper, so I can credit you, and also what server you're on, so I can credit you 500 gold today, mate.
he pressed the hefty bag. Oh, Stickler with the misclick. The typo. Oh.
Everybody says that, don't they, Stickler?
I guess Fred Jones. I mistyped it.
Yeah. If Clint Eastwood was the best guess I saw. It was awesome. I almost gave him it for that, you know.
All right. We got it, knee jerk. I just got it. Thanks, man. So I'll make sure that Pilgrim gets that.
Cool.
All right. Make sure I do that before we finish today, Pilgrim.
Yes. Yeah. No problem.
All right. Let's talk ranked. Not ranked. Sorry, Battle Pass. All right. We've been teasing this the whole time. So tell us what you did, Pilgrim.
Okay. I'll tell you what I did. You see on Guido's screen, you've got the number 9 in there. It says number 9 in the Battle Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you go to mine, it says completely finished. All done.
And how did
Done
you
and
do that?
dusted. Oh, how did I do that? Well, what I did is I got a load of gold from the Christmas boxes and just spent it and bought my way to the end. 38, I want to say north of 38,000 gold to get to the end of Battle Pass. I just could not do the grind this
How
year.
much is
I
that
was like,
worth?
I don't know. Do you know what? I dread to think. It's got to be over £100. Got to
It's
be
definitely
somewhere
over 100
around.
because 25,000 is $100,
Yeah,
and that's another
yeah,
math in public. That's another 45,000 above that, right?
yeah,
I'm just kidding. Something less than that.
yeah. It is.
Math is
You're
hard.
right.
Math is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
Why
chunk
did I
of.
do it? I'll tell you why I did it, because it's such a long, drawn out process and so complicated for my simple pilgrinomic mind. I just went, what am I doing with all this gold? Now, what I did with all the gold from last year is I eked it out over the year to keep me going in premium and anything else, which is great. But I just sat there with it looking at me in the box. I've still got about 20 odd thousand gold anyway left over.
I mean,
So
it's a
I thought,
yeah.
I'll just do it.
It's
Just do
a
it.
it's a weird flex, but it is a flex. They're Lambog. So it would cost me 10,500 to finish it from here, from 9.
Yeah,
And
no, that's not 50. I'm 150.
oh,
Once
you
you've
went.
done that, I
Oh,
went all the
oh,
way to chapter 3 or
oh,
whatever it is.
you're psycho.
I know.
That's actually cool. So did you say which? Did you say which tanks you got?
Yes, I got the 18 tokens. I wanted really to get the Chinese heavy. I want to say it's the heavy, isn't it? The Chinese heavy.
Yeah.
But that was 12 tokens, which means you couldn't get another tank. So, I mean, this is actually not pilgrinomics. This is actually sensible economics. I thought I'll go for 2 tanks for the price.
It's a Russian
So I
heavy,
got
the
the
777.
yeah, I got the A phase and I got the Shah 4,
Yeah, those are.
which
I
I
think those are probably the best two, in my opinion.
sure, sure. So was it Chinese? Oh, I can't remember, Cliffy. Um,
So Pilgrim, hold on. So Goose is saying it's 45,000. Is there another? Had you already gone a couple stages, or what happened? How
no, I
come?
got, I got. So it must have been. Well, I say it was north of 38. I stopped counting after that. I stopped looking at it. I just did it.
So somebody was saying that this is a good example of how you would be with a financial planning, and since you don't even know how much you've overpaid, I think they're right.
No, because you had to get the improved pass.
You had to
So
buy. You
I
had to
buy
spend
that.
2,500 off the bat.
Yeah, to the improved pass. Then all the stages and the chapters. So I wish I could screenshot my thing for you. In fact, I might be able to. You can pop it up. Hang on. See what I can do.
Well, hold on, Cliffy. Uh, it's not 2,500 per season or per chapter, is it? See, this is what's starting to. This is why I want to talk about this because it is extremely confusing.
That's what I was saying. So I just paid for it to get it out of the way.
Whatever it took.
I didn't want to have to think about it.
Whatever it took. It's all painful, man. All right, let's actually go back. Where's the battle pass stuff? You're going like that. Here we go, season 4. So I think for these 3 chapters or whatever they're called, it's only 2,500 to unlock all 3, or do you have to pay 2,500 each time?
Well, do you know what? I can't remember. I just kept
Yeah.
clicking.
Oh, dude, that's just.
Wait till it comes up. I'll show you what the end result looks like.
So Goose says it's 2,500 for each. I didn't realize that. So 2,500 for each chapter. Wow. So that's 2,500 for each chapter, and then there's going to be 2 seasons, right? That's another thing.
Yeah.
We kept thinking there was 3. Apparently, there's only going to be 2.
2. We thought there was 3 because it
Yeah.
made sense to have 3, didn't it? But it didn't obviously work in
So
that way.
and then that's going to end up being 15,000 gold to unlock all 3 chapters of both seasons. Math in public. And that can get you a total of 36 coins, right? 18 each one.
18 each one.
So you can, if you did everything, you can get 36 coins total. Or you can buy the bundle. Yeah, there is a bundle out there, but I don't know what it does for you. It's
All right,
cheaper
let's see if
to.
I can do this screenshot.
Oh, look at knee jerk. So he says it's cheaper to pay real money. So we didn't really look at that when we were shilling. Let's see what that looks like. The bundle I couldn't quite figure out. Let's go to Battle Pass. Let's bring this up for everybody. So Season 4, we press that. We go to this thing. Wait a minute, I thought I was buying something here. Where do I buy it? Down here? What the heck? Have they actually made... What the? I'm confused. What the heck? Battle Pass. You have already purchased all offers of the current season. Oh. I have? That must be because they credited this stuff to the CCs. So I don't have, I can't see
Okay.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't see that. Wait a minute. So I spent 2,500 gold to unlock the improved Battle Pass. I don't think I spent 75, but shit, I may have. Maybe I did.
Right. Okay. I've just sent you on Discord the screenshot.
Dude, I have no idea, man. Why is it so damn confusing? Once you use the gold, the money version goes away. I don't remember spending 7,500 though. I thought I only spent 2,500, but maybe I did spend 7,500. Don't know. Anyway,
You
there
can
go.
put my screenshot up. You can see the end result. That's technical.
Yeah, but then I got to take down Discord and dick around with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here, let's see if I can find this thing. Screenshot. Let me turn this off for a second. There we go. I don't want to give away any secrets. All right, there's a screenshot. It doesn't show any costs or anything.
Oh no, it doesn't, does it?
No, it
No,
just shows
no.
you. Yeah, it just shows you being done. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was worth a try.
All right.
It was worth a try.
All
There
right.
you go.
Anyway, so Battle Pass is confusing as hell. That's all I have to say.
Well, it's even more confusing because you see, I thought I'd finished it, but there's another. I mean, that's chapter 3. So there's another season with 3 chapters, isn't there?
Correct. Which would cost you
So it's
another
another
38,000 or
Another
45 or whatever the actual number is.
Yeah. Wow. I shan't bother with that then.
Yeah.
Possibly not.
Right, Cliffy? It drives me crazy. And coins, because isn't the Battle
Yeah.
Pass stuff coins? Not Battle Pass, ranked? I think the
Yeah.
ranked stuff is coins.
Oh, Talk to Me Goose says you can
Yeah.
log into your sheriff account or something. Anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to kill this cat. He's outside my door meowing. There's a door to the office right here that we don't use, but he can hear me, so he goes to that door and he sits there and meows. All right. Cool. That's Battle Pass. Crazy. Crazy. How's everybody doing on their Battle Pass, though? My journey is I'm at 9. A couple things about this. You'll get the little red dot up there, and things like the national fragments you get to pick, and then things like the booklets. So now instead of it being you have to have this kind of booklet, you can actually pick the booklets that you get the nationality. So that's very cool.
Nice.
Cool. Looks like Talk to Me Goose is going to do a tutorial about Battle Pass, so that'll work.
Cool. No, that'll work.
All kidding aside, it really isn't that hard, but it can be a little bit confusing. The styles, I forgot about the styles actually. I think I have them. Let me take a real quick look here, guys. I can show you these styles. 705A. Go to exterior. I think I can show them to you. Yes, I can. I can't actually put them on because I haven't reached that, but That's what they look like. I assume everybody else can do the same thing. Is that true? At first, I thought this was because I was a CC. We had the styles credited to us, and they were taken off because it broke the Battle Pass thing, so they took them back off. So I think we have to go through to get the styles as well, at least during Battle Pass. But that's what that one looks like. This is what we've been talking about, right? Why are there harpoons on it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why have they got things that are not applicable? And Wayne's quite right. He got 3D stars for tanks he doesn't have. Yeah, I've got the same. The two top.
Yeah.
There's 3 featured tanks, and you've got to still do the grind to get the tanks. You know.
Is that a sled? That's a sled. There's a big sled on the side of it.
Really.
Yeah.
Great
There's a
fun.
sled right there for your sledding enjoyment.
Yeah. Okay. That's so applicable, isn't it?
And a snowmobile. It goes with the video though, because he harpoons some glowing thing, which I'm not really sure what's going on there, but
I don't know. He does that. He fires a harpoon.
Yeah.
At some glowy thing. To be fair, the video's quite well made. It did pique my interest, but that's about it.
Video's good. The voice acting is atrocious, but the video.
Yeah,
is
no,
good.
as always.
Yeah.
Good old Minsk.
Yeah.
You know.
Can you guys hear that stupid cat? All right, hold on.
No.
Let me let this stupid thing in. That's what happens with live TV, folks. Come on, stupid. Come on.
That's the door that nobody ever uses.
Yeah. The one that goes. All right, cat's in. No more crying, cat. Get out of here. Oh, now he wants to go up this door.
Who'd have pets? Who would have pets on live stream? Really?
It could be like that news guy was sitting there with in his underwear.
Yeah, did you see that? That was a cool one, wasn't it?
What a doofus.
There was the other one where his kid came in the background, was waving something behind him, you know.
Something
Brilliant.
he found in mommy's drawer.
Yeah. Don't go there. Yeah. Okay, we'll go there.
Sorry, I had to be done.
Oh dear.
Alrighty. What else here?
Can we talk Object 780 just in case any of the guys?
Sure.
You know, I had a look at it this morning, the Object 780, and for those of you that don't know, it was supposedly going to be the very first Tier 10 Premium. And I just had a quick look at it again on the RU server because there's some noise over there about it. And I had a look at the forum, and there's a little bit of noise going on about it. Well, one is that they're putting it back in super test for a possible introduction. And the noise that's being made is it's a clone of the IS-7, so what's the point? And when I got the stats, I looked at it and I thought, well, it's got a 490 alpha gun, which is, you know, it's not mean, is it? It's quite hefty.
Yeah.
And the rest of it sort of stacks up apart from the 14-second reload. So if they're going to introduce a Tier 10 Premium, then is it going to be the OP? Is it going to be the game changer? Is it going to be the defender of the Tier 10? And if it is, then I should imagine that'll be a huge selling point, would it not, for a premium?
Yeah, that's kind of the last frontier, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Premium. Well, we have reward Tier 10s, but we don't have premium. We have reward Tier 9s. We're getting more and more of those. I kind of like the 9s. I don't know if we need premium Tier 10s, though. I can't think of a better way to destroy Tier 10 any more than it already is. Wayne's got it, 907, 279 each, Sheepton.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would assume it'd be a reward tank for whatever, Clan Wars or whatever, more so than a premium. But that's the last frontier. You know what I mean? It's premium 9s or actual premium 9s or actual premium 10s.
Yeah.
And I would agree, Lambog. I'm not really a fan of that. I think they should stay away from it. But the truth of the matter is, Tier 8 is just chock-a-block with premiums. There are well more premiums than there are tech tree tanks.
Yeah. I mean, I said to you the other week, I had a look at my garage, and I was when you select the filter for premium tanks, I was genuinely shocked how many I've actually bought. I mean, I'll go back to it now and I'll tell
Yeah.
you again. How many I've actually got? 71 premium tanks I've paid money for. 71 out
Wow.
of,
Are you
you
sure
know,
that
I
some of
mean,
those weren't won in various ways?
possibly, let's say 5% of those were won and
Yeah.
reward tanks. But out of all that, you're still talking over 50, 55, 60 tanks maybe that are paid for. So
Yeah.
and until you actually go and look at it, you don't realise.
Yeah.
So because a new, it's the new shiny thing, isn't it? The new shiny thing comes out. Ooh, let's get that and see how it goes. You pay your 50 quid or whatever it might be, your $60, and there you go. And then before you know it, you've got 70 odd in your garage.
I have 202 what
Bosh.
they consider premium tanks, but that includes reward tanks like the Object, the FV, T22, M60.
Yeah,
Those aren't technically premiums. That goes back to our discussion about having XVM with good filters where you can kind of figure all that different stuff out.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Yeah, when you think about it, I mean, I'm quite up with what the people are saying in chat. I would not want premiums in tier 10. I enjoy the fact that tier 10 was always a grind. And little things that have annoyed me about what Wargaming have done with the tier 10 is things like what they did with the Death Star, is brought that into a special vehicle and all the rest of it. I enjoy the grind to get to the 10 and enjoy the 10. And not like a lot of people, I enjoy grand battles and things like that. I like the map size in grand battles. And it's all one tier 10. Tier 10 should be that. It should be the tier 10 game. It really
yeah,
should be. In my opinion, you shouldn't have nines in there. It should always be tier 10. I understand because of the player base and all the rest of it, trying to get 30 tier 10s together to play a battle is sometimes difficult. But I just the way I think of the game is that it's the pinnacle for me of the grind that I've done, and that's where I see it.
yeah. But I think you would still want to be able to have your tier 10 and every like we discussed earlier, based on the three tier system. You still want to be able to take on eights and nines and feel like you're the big bad. Not all the time, not to
Yeah,
where
no,
it
there is
completely
that. Yep.
imbalances. I understand what you're saying though, as far as some people have called for that for tier 10s to only see tier 10s. I would what I would like to see is the overpowered reward tanks only see tier 10s.
Yes.
I
Yeah, that's
think
a
that
good
would
point.
be yeah. Most people I think like nine. I'm with you, Goose. I unlock 10s and I don't play them. I play eights
Mm.
mostly. I play nines a bit. I play 10s, but not a lot. So there you go.
Whoa, Detective Hoots, 130 premiums.
63 tier 8. A lot of the tier 5s and lowers I got from tank rewards and other, I bought
Yeah,
very few of the lower tier. Early on in playing the game, I bought some lower tier premiums, but not very many. Most of those were
yeah,
won through various ways or boxes for Christmas and things. Once you become a CC, if you've been a CC for a couple of years, you start to really collect a bunch of tanks just because it all gets thrown at you to do content.
yeah, yeah. I completely understand the monetization side of the game. It's what keeps it alive. They have to make money somehow, and that's the way it is. But yeah, I like everybody else would probably not be happy with a premium tier 10 at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I don't know. That's always been a rumor. I have not ever really heard Wargaming talk about it. Has anybody else actually heard Wargaming talk about it? I don't think they've actually articulated it or said it out loud. If they have, I missed it. I know it's been speculation because those kind of tanks would be put in the files, and sometimes they'd be labeled as a premium tank. But of course, you can see by the filter mechanism, they call those reward tanks premium, even though they're not technically what we would consider
Yeah,
premium, where you get credits and experience out of it.
yeah,
Lambog, I did a video on that a while ago. You have to contribute to the community in some way. So Twitch streaming, YouTube, both. For example, Sophie, she streams a lot, but her main content, I think, really that draws people is she goes out and no kidding goes and talks about tanks and visits the armories and things. And So there's a lot more interactive stuff with her kind of thing. You got Damien's and Talk to Me Goose, mostly streaming. I do both YouTube and streaming. It's really kind of all over the place. And you just have to find a way to contribute to the community. And you need to be regular about it. So, the way I look at it is, number one, you got to like the game. If you're a hater and you're going to run around making hater stuff, although there's at least,
let's not go there.
yeah, there's at least, there's a CC that kind of does that on occasion, but I want to go there. If you are big enough, they might overlook some of that stuff. But for the rest of us, regular content, like the game, be a reasonable person, and have something to offer. That pretty easy, really.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's also, I guess, being noticed by Wargaming for them to offer the CC to you, I guess. It has to, in some way, get into them, you know what I mean? Because they don't sit here every day watching all the streams, do they? So somehow, somewhere, somebody in the past has gone, check this Guido guy out. Yeah. And somebody at Wargaming went, oh, yeah, let's have a look at that, So,
Yeah. Well, Quickie's the big fish, right? He got into it the earliest. He's got the biggest following. Whatever you think of him, and we're not here to bash other CCs at all.
Well, Quickie Baby is a fantastic skilled player of this game. He had his bad session. Maybe I want to say about 18 months ago, he sort of turned against the game slightly. But he's now back on form again. So, I sort of went off him when he started bashing Wargaming for various things. And with a big viewer base that he's got, he has an influence. But now he's back to enjoying the game again. For some reason, he went off it, and now he's back at it. So
I like him. I mean, I don't always agree with him, but that's fine. I'm perfect.
No, I don't always agree.
Why would you want to always agree with people? When I see humans start marching in lockstep, I get nervous.
That's Cold War thinking, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's how you have Germans marching down marching down the Champs Elysees.
Yeah.
And
if it wasn't for the Royal Air Force, we'd all be eating sauerkraut now.
Oh, here we go.
No, let's not do this.
Skill is definitely catching up. Skill's funny. I don't watch.
Cool.
I don't really watch a whole lot of streams. I will jump in and listen to it a little bit and see what's going on. Say hello to, especially to people like Goose and Damien's and stuff. But I don't sit around for a long time. The other day, I sat down and started watching a skill stream. I was just cracking up. He is hilarious.
Yes,
I'm gonna give Skill some unsolicited advice though. He needs to lay off that damn vape.
Yeah, he does.
That thing is doing him. That thing is going to do him no good.
No, he's going to be ill. Wayne's hit the nail on the head about Skill and Des, and this is what I was about to say: is that I am absolutely amazed the fact that they can completely focus on chat and just generally babble away while smacking out a 5,000 damage game.
Yeah. Although it has to be said, Skill's been doing a lot of these 100%. 3-mark challenges. Never mind 3-mark, 100%. There's a couple times now where he's put in the chat, he's like, I will not be talking while I'm playing because I'm trying to concentrate. Yeah. So it does take away a little bit, which is scary, right? He can talk and do 5,000 and get 3-mark, but when he wants to really concentrate, I'm just not going to. Like, holy shit. That's awesome.
Lambog, totally agree. We, in the end, we were all shaking hands across the Volga, weren't we?
Oh, dude, that was definitely team effort, man. That whole argument conversation is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It is. We are so far past.
Russians would have won it alone. We didn't need the Russians. Both of you sit down and shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't. That's not how it works.
Do you know how when the wall came down and all the rest of it, and there was glasnost and all that sort of stuff. I never met such warm, welcoming people than Eastern European and Russians. I mean, I went across as soon as the wall went down. I got my motorbike, and I said, I'm getting into East Germany to start off with. And I took 2 weeks off and just just as you can in the military, I've just taken 2 weeks. I'm going to ride as far east as I can go. And everybody I met was so welcoming and so warm
Yeah.
and so friendly. And yet they were painted as the evil empire, which they never were, but it was just the way it was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool.
Yeah, I don't know how you say it. It's Ayuksen. That's how I say it. I don't know what the pronunciation. I've seen him. He has a lot of people. Dez gets a lot of people. Skill gets a decent amount of people. Not Skill. Klaus Skill gets a lot of people. It's either Skill or Quickie who's going to be usually number one if they're streaming on the list of the number of people. But there's a
Yeah.
personality aspect that you've got to have, right?
Yeah.
Quickie and
Yeah, there's all
Skill. Quickie and Skill are very good at interacting and being interesting through the whole thing. Some of these really good players, Dez kind of does the same thing too. Some of these really good
Yeah.
players that play, a good number of people watch them, but a lot of times they don't talk or they don't interact. They just play the game,
Yeah.
and they're popular, but they're not like super popular because the interaction piece. This is entertainment on Twitch, so you want to be a good player and be personable and entertaining. That's how you're going to get, thousands of viewers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Or you can be
And
me,
also,
and you can have 20 viewers because you're a Muppet.
well, actually, you got more than that at the moment. I think somebody was saying earlier on it was like over 51 now, so we're doing well. We're doing all right.
No, no. I'm not scoffing at people that are
on.
here. I'm glad they're here, But you
Yeah.
have to have. Well, take me out of the equation, but there has to be something that people are coming for other than just
Yeah,
great
yeah, yeah, yeah.
gameplay.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's the same in any public venue,
Like a tank top.
yeah, a tank. There you go.
Yeah,
Really,
reference
tank
another
tops.
reference another current streamer who's showed up recently.
Yeah. Dear, oh dear.
Foch
I
quit.
think I think we've got a uniqueness about this channel. First of all, Wayne will agree with this. Is that it's the number one coffee talk at 7 p.m. in the morning
Exactly.
on the NA server.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
baby.
And you've got a Brittany Yank.
Yep.
Not many have got that going.
Cliffy's here for my sweet
Yeah.
the dulcet tones of Guido's voice. Sir Foch quit World of Tanks. I think he's doing some racing sims
Warcraft.
and other stuff.
Warcraft.
Is he doing Warcraft?
I'm not sure if it's Warcraft. It's one of those type of games he's doing.
Yeah. Tank top gives me 500.
Yeah.
with two coffee cups right here.
Yeah, that's the one. Behave.
Oh, this is going off into bad territory.
Oh dear.
We could slip Goose into a tank top and then we'd have something.
Yeah, well, he likes the old paint on the face, doesn't he? Not so. I mean, he's using the excuse his kids did it, but you'd have to ask, wouldn't you? We'd have to ask.
Well, eventually you and I are going to have to get some makeup people because
I know we're going to get that big.
once we
aren't
get those professional cameras and we start to get all that stuff going on, we have to.
They start to see the blemishes.
You ever see that on the news channels when usually older people when they get on there and somebody's done some bad effort on the makeup, you're like, oh my god, dude. Like they're all wrinkly, but their face is smooth, but it's also this weird color, and it's all you're like, I think I'd just rather see you old. I don't need this very strange.
just caked in makeup. When you're 62-year-old bloke with grey hair and lots of jowls, and you're trying to make up it out. Seriously?
Yeah. You see all the wrinkles and whatever, and then they have this cake face and this weird color, and you're like,
Orange. It's generally orange, isn't it? Oh dear. You see, Randall knows the score. Look.
Yeah, see, Revan's trying to throw fuel on the fire. He's like, I got some gasoline here. Let me just pour it on this fire a little bit. We're not going to take the bait, my friend. We're not going to take the bait. We only dance around the edges of these things. We only dance around it. It's only for good fun. There's no hate involved. No hate involved. All right, man. I think we've pretty much worn this out, my friend. Do you have anything else? We got our winner. I have the name. I'll make sure you get that. So
you get me the in-game.
Yeah, knee jerk. We'll get that, and we'll get your money out. Last call for the two guys from YouTube that I wanted to give the rewards out for G.I. Joe. It was B. Ryan and Chris Burns. Chris Burns. If any of you guys are in chat right now, and I'll put this, and maybe you will listen to this if you're listening to this and you got this far in this 2-hour YouTube video that will come out soon. If you are B. Ryan or Chris Burns, then please give me your in-game name. I sent both of you a note on the actual video where it happened. I would like to get you credited your G.I. Joe skins because they're gone in 4 days, so I need to get that knocked out. Damien is actually an entertainer. He is very funny, very funny. He's got a good way of interacting. I think Goose has also got that great way of interacting. Those two are very good. 13's definitely coming along. I like 13. 13's strength is his knowledge base is outstanding.
Yeah.
And his videos are quite polished and well done. He's definitely coming along on the interaction part. I don't think if you asked him, he would tell you that he was the world's greatest entertainer. But you know what? He's getting better. And the only way you get better is by doing it.
And he's got a cat.
He's got a cat?
Oh, yeah.
Does it bother him in the middle of the stream?
Yeah. So you might be onto something there, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what all cats do. Cody's good too. I watched Cody for a while.
Yeah.
Cody's definitely good. Yep. I didn't know he was still streaming. I haven't seen much about from Cody for a while. I know he's got busy. Doesn't he have a new baby? I think that's his thing. I think they've got a new baby, so that's taking up some of his time. Yeah, Four Tankers is also good at breaking it down. Extremely good.
Having not seen a lot, I've seen a few of the European CCs. I wonder about the Russian CCs. It'd be interesting to see that. I might search some out and have a look at them.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them. Do any of them do any English stuff though?
No, that's what I was going to say. I don't understand a lot of Russian, but it'd be worthwhile just seeing what's out there and just seeing what they're. Maybe there's a translation thing you can get kicking off on YouTube. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll have a look.
Yeah, the thing with some of the guys, one of the things I like about working with you is the sarcasm you get, you see it immediately, right? I'm mostly made of sarcasm and coffee.
Indeed,
I'm made of sarcasm, coffee, and beer. Those are the three.
Is it not called irony in America?
It's both, but it's mostly sarcasm. But some of the people I've talked to, especially on the interviews, I can tell right off the bat that they don't get the sarcasm thing.
Well, it's a fallacy that this is not being cultural, but it is a fallacy. In the UK, we say the Americans don't get sarcasm/irony. You don't get it. Our humour is very much based on that. But
it's very dry. Yeah, absolutely. It's almost 100% that. Yeah. The slapstick stuff is more of an American thing.
Yes, no, but and that's exactly that. But you do get it, you guys. You just don't let on you get it. You just sit there dumb.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because growing up, I think the two places we grew up professionally are heavily influenced by dark humor and sarcasm.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
And getting on each other's cases, and we would have people come to the squadron. They'd come to visit, and they're doing a coming in and doing a tour, or we'd have people embedded. Maybe they're doing some kind of media thing for flying or airplanes or whatever the case may be, or they're somebody from another profession in the Air Force, and they're attached to the squadron for whatever reason, doing various things, and they start to interact with the pilots. And you would very often have these people after a few days go like, do you guys hate each other, or what is going on?
Yeah.
Because it is just nothing. It is nothing but
It's just complete, not a ribbing, isn't it?
It's on each other's cases, and if you didn't know anything about it, you would think that people hate each other,
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no slack. There is zero slack. Zero.
No, you cannot. You have to be on your game 24/7, 100%. You cannot allow anybody, and especially as you go up the ranks. And you must have found going up to becoming the colonel. The colonel is always the butt end of everything, isn't he? He's the top man. He's sat there. He's the backsiding arsehole who made us go and do this job. No matter who else is telling you what to do, it's actually the colonel's fault. So as you go up the ranks, you need to be on your ball. You need to be on your game, because the other ranks below you will take you apart if you're not. They will just absolutely crucify you.
Right.
And they will spot a weakness straight away, and you've got to be on your game. Absolutely.
And the point is always improvement. The reason you're hard on each other, because it's a team game here, is you're trying to get the other guy up to your level, or you're trying to get up to his level in whatever the situation is. And you don't take it personally. You just roll with it, and you learn how to. You get a thick hide where it just does, whatever. But that's not how it is in a lot of professions, and a lot of civilian professions. It is in some, but if you don't have a thick hide. So the way that translates in the civilian world often is not great, because you always get the stories of the guys who just retire and they go out hard charging and they do their first proposal or briefing or whatever it is they're doing in their new job, and they come at it with that pilot mentality, with no slack, with very direct speech. And people don't necessarily like that too much.
No, I found that to my chagrin. I really did find that out. My first civilian job, I used to gather the troops together for their early morning briefing, and then have an end of the day. And I had a thing called the naughty chair. So if anybody cocked up during the day, I made them sit in the naughty chair the next morning. Right, you're in the naughty chair. Well, I got pulled in by my manager to say, you can't do that. That's victimisation and bullying. You can't put. I said, but I sat in the naughty chair when I cocked up, so it's fine. But I wasn't allowed to do it. It wasn't.
No, it's a great example. That's a perfect example. Calling people out in the civilian world directly and telling them they effed the dog.
Yeah.
They don't like that. That is not. They're like, no, you don't directly point at someone and go, well, you effed that up.
Yeah.
But they take it wrong. They're like, oh, you're being a bully. You're bullying. No, dude. Does everybody else see the fact that this guy screwed this up? Can we not talk about it? Can we fix it?
It becomes we. Guido, it becomes we. Oh, we seem to have had a problem here. No. We didn't.
No,
he did.
He did.
He had the problem.
And
that muppet sat in the naughty chair. He had the problem.
And to be 100% fair, the expectation is, if I do that, tell me.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I won't like it. I won't, but I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to tell you can't tell me that. I'm not, Got it. I screwed up. Talking about the commander thing, that was one of the best speeches I ever got from I think he was a brigadier general. I think he was a 1-star. He was doing some talk for us. We were all in the squadron room. Yeah. He said, when you're a lieutenant, and for you lower enlisted rank, you're one of us, and leadership, colonels, and that's them. So it's us versus them. So you become a captain. You're mostly us, but you're starting to become a little bit of them.
It's a balancing act.
Yep. And then when you get to major and lieutenant colonel, you're them with a little bit of us. And then he says, me, I'm a brigadier general. I'm them. And he goes, right? But his point was, you got to understand where you exist in that hierarchy, and then operate in that way. If the brigadier general runs around and he wants to be us all the time, that doesn't work.
No.
Because A, he isn't, and B, that's not very good for good order and discipline.
Yeah.
But so you understand where you are in each one of those hierarchies as you go, and that's the same for any business, where you've got the entry level guys and you've got the leadership. Everybody has to understand their position, and while it might be nice to be the leader and go down and try to drink with the boys and all that, that's not how it works. You can't really do that.
No, we had a thing in when we were deployed called Sod's Theatre, which you guys might just or some of the Marines might click onto this Sod's Theatre, where you would have your own entertainment on your days off. So you had your own entertainment, and you do something like the Dwarfs Breakfast Show. And you basically had one guy sat behind the other guy with his arms through his sleeves, and he would try and shave and feed him without being able to see him, from behind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'd have a pair of shoes on the table in front, so it looked like a little man getting his and all this lot. And you'd put baked beans all over him, and you try and shave him, you shave his eyebrows and all sorts of nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we had a brigadier general visit us, and we put that on for him in Bosnia, and somebody decided to ask him to come up and be the subject.
Yeah.
And I went, no, that's not happening. We are not putting a 1-star at the table to be covered in baked beans. There's a limit. You know what I mean? It's not happening.
Yeah.
So in the end, I volunteered and got it done, which is hence I've got no eyebrows now. Look.
Yeah, it's definitely a tightrope, and you don't want the guy to be so aloof that he doesn't understand. But when this guy was given the briefing, you intimately knew right then that he understood. Right, he's describing the situation, and that's good. That's a good thing. No. Yeah, I like that, Loon Patrol. You do. There is leadership by fear, sarcasm, and ridicule. That's always good.
Yeah. Well, there's three types of leadership, isn't it? There's autocratic, there's democratic, and then there's laissez-faire. So, obviously, not to explain that because I don't think anybody's stupid, but you either get told this is how it's going to be, or you discuss it how it's going to be, or you don't give a damn, just let it happen. You know what I mean? So it depends very much on the style of leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell it as it is.
All right, best leadership coffee talk, guys. I got to get going, man. This has been great. I think it's just about the longest one we've done, so to speak. Any last parting shots there, Pilgrim?
Well, just because Low Blow's not here, I'm going to do this so it's recorded on YouTube. But Low Blow, as you know, has melon shorts when he does his BFM, and I, for one, have decided that I'm going to join him, and I've got hummingbird shorts. Okay.
Are there any budgies in there?
No.
That is everything I've got from the left side of the Atlantic.
And that's everything I've got from the correct side of the Atlantic. Take care.
Later, guys.